Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. It's so nice to see you all. What's up, Andres and Matsugan and Preston and Skippy? Yeah, make sure to like the stream, or you may as well be killing your own mother. I'm excited. I'm excited today. I'm happy. I've been waiting for this one. I've been waiting for this. Grim Dawn, Fangs of Astrakarn. You look so happy to turn on the camera. I'm excited. I'm excited. I started playing Grim Dawn end of November last year before I went to Japan. And it is like my favorite game that I've played in the past like 2 years. Grim Dawn fucking rocks. And you have no idea how happy I was to find out that they had another expansion coming like right after I started playing it. But I still had to wait for it. Because I finished my playthrough of Grim Dawn back in like February. So I've been waiting for Fangs of Astrakarn. I've been waiting. And it's out. It's here. And then I had to go to work. And I had to work a whole goddamn day. And now I'm home and I can play it and I'm excited. I'm really excited. I can't wait to play this. I'm fucking pumped. This is like the most exciting stream in months. Months. I did not watch the Gundam release trailer. Should I watch it right now? Did you send it somewhere? I'm assuming you did. I think I saw you send it earlier and I didn't watch it. Am I going to get DMCA'd if I watch it now? I don't know where it got sent, if it got sent somewhere. Hang on, everybody. I've been waiting for months and months and months to play Grim Dawn Fangs of Astrakarn, but I have to react to a Gundam release video first. Gundam RG X Arcs 0. Xark 0. Is this an anime trailer or is it a toy trailer? I think I found it. I didn't send it. Okay, well, I have it now. It's going to be really loud for a second while I adjust the volume. Hang on. I'm going to turn the volume down. Should I mute it? I should probably mute it. There's probably some copyrighted music in here. I'm going to mute it. I don't want my Grim Dawn stream getting claimed. We're just going to have to imagine what the sound sounds like. Comic-Con 2026. I assume this is an anime and not a toy release. Okay, looking like some pretty 3D animation. A new Gundam series begins. Oh no, that's my question. Wait, what? Sound question? What, your question is whether or not it's anime or toy, or your question is sound related? Cute girl. Wait, hang on. You can't just drop this frame. You can't just drop this frame in the middle of the trailer. What you see, what she sees. Sound related question. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to risk it for the biscuit then. That's such a good reaction image. That's really funny. Can we make that a sticker? I'm gonna make it a sticker on the server because I think it's really funny. This music's definitely gonna get claimed. Hang on, I need this for a second. That's such a funny image. Let me just go ahead and... Okay, I need that for later. Let me save that to the desktop. I like the character designs. they fighting aliens? They fighting creatures? Kind of a plain main Gundam design, I'm not gonna lie. This just looks like another RX-78 redesign. That's not a very impressive main Gundam design. Like, okay, so we had, as main Gundam designs for the last, like, decade, we've had the Barbatos, the G-Quox, and what was the one from from Mercury? All of those designs were, like, so unique and interesting, and this one's just kind of like, yep, that's John Gundam. It is! That's the most John Gundam we've gotten from a mainline Gundam in a while. Look at him! Look at his face! Ariel, that's the one from Mercury. Ariel, beautiful kit. Beautiful Gundam. Okay, wait, hang on. Is this like late game John Gundam? Because late game John Gundam's looking fucking sick. That's actually metal as hell. Maybe I judged too early. Maybe he looks generic as hell early on and then he transforms into John Gundam. This is sick. Whatever's going on here, I like it. It reminds me of that one Gundam from Build Fighters that has like the like cloth on its arm. I don't remember its name. It's an Astray of some sort. Let me see if I can find it. What was it called? Not the Sengoku Astray. Sengoku Astray is like the best kit ever made. There it is. Astray. Oh, it's called the No Name. That's why I couldn't remember its name. It's the Astray No Name. This guy. This was a pretty sweet. That's a pretty sweet design. I like that one. That's pretty fucking cool. Does a cape on a Gundam make sense? No, but shut your whore mouth. It looks sick. That's why everyone loves the fucking Cross Gundam. Is it called Cross Gundam? Cross. That's not its full name. Crossbone. Crossbone full cloth. Like it looks ridiculous, but it's cool. Giving a Gundam a cloak, it looks sick. I was gonna mention it would be cool if John Gundam would evolve into Jonathan Gundam. Or Death Scythe. True, there are some Death Scythe variants that have like a cloth, don't they? The Death Scythe hell, maybe? That's not right. Well, okay, I guess they all have like a cloak sort of deal, but it's just when the wings are down. Cloak? Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Unnecessary Gundam Riz. But we love it. What's up, Pringles? Sorry, we're looking at Gundam designs. This isn't going to make any sense to you if you're not a Gundam nerd. Okay. Well, I'll watch it for sure. I'm going to watch all the new Gundam anime, you know? Telling the beginning of the story about how, okay, I was right. Okay, I was actually about to say this, and I'm sad that I didn't say it because now you guys aren't going to believe me that I called this. But I saw in the trailer that they were like fighting like aliens or something, like whatever's going on here. And I was like, oh, I wonder if this has anything to do with the game that's coming out. And then I looked in here, the beginning of the story and how this world came to be. Gundam Rogue Orbit picks up generations later. So this is like a prologue to the Gundam game they announced. Is it a movie? Or is it an anime? I don't know. It's a prequel to the game coming out. So it's going to have aliens. And people are going to have to get used to that. All right, enough about Gundam. I want to play fucking Grim Dawn. I've been waiting for this forever. Congrats on getting into college, by the way, Andrea. Sorry, I missed that. Mac, can I see your chest? I didn't even answer Matsugan's actual question, did I? I got totally distracted. My question is, do you think they named him Ray because the line they shout is Yamato Ray, which sounds like Amuro Ray? Maybe? I don't know. given how the Japanese language is, it feels like it probably isn't an intentional nod. But I don't know. I'm really looking forward to Rogue Orbit. It looks sick from like the one trailer we've gotten. It looks sick. Hi, bro, by the way. Welcome to the stream. All right, we're playing fucking Grim Dawn. Preston wants to see my chest. Preston's probably going to be embarrassed by how well organized my chest is. It's actually not that well organized. It's just like kind of organized. All right, guys. Ooh, new interface. Hang on. It'll pop in a second. Give it a second. New interface. It's looking nice. Looking good. Okay, so the context for everyone, if you haven't played Grim Dawn or you haven't seen me play Grim Dawn during the 24-hour stream or heard me talking about Grim Dawn any time in the past like 6 months, which if you haven't, then you're not a real fan. But context for anyone else, Grim Dawn just had a new expansion come out. It's their third expansion. This is 10 years after the game came out, and they're still adding expansions. The new expansion, size-wise, it's like 75% of the size of the main game. It's like twice the size of the previous two expansions. It adds a shit ton of items and a whole new mastery. I am excited as shit for this. So excited. So excited. So we're gonna be playing through that on my main character today. And I may also start a new character to try out the new mastery. I don't know if I'll do both today. I will do both at some point in my life. I don't know if I'll do both today though. But I'm pumped. I'm excited for this. Grim Dawn is, in my opinion, the greatest ARPG ever made. It's incredible. I haven't played every ARPG, but of the ones I played, I like this one the most. I got an achievement that apparently didn't exist before. Mine is organized. I just keep hoarding blue items because I was too low level to equip them, and now all of them are shit because I have much better gear, and now I have like 5 chests filled with blue. Sell the ones you don't need anymore. Okay, so they did update the UI, which they warned us about. The UI has been refreshed with new visuals. You can opt back to the classic HUD. I may opt back to the classic HUD. I'm not really a fan of the Diablo orbs. I liked Grim Dawn's original HUD. How do I change it back? I just want to... You guys can tell me which one you like more. So this is the classic HUD. This is what it originally looks like. And I think I like it more personally. Definitely an opinion thing. Does it feel larger than before? I think my HUD size settings got reset. And then this is the new version. The Diablo orbs are fine, but it's like every ARPG does Diablo orbs. I kind of liked that Grim Dawn did bars instead. Where do I adjust my HUD size? I feel like my HUD size is larger than before. Because I had it kind of small. That's too small. I'll just leave it. I switched mine back to Classic too. Classic is better. I like Classic. I like that they're giving us the option to switch back if we're not into it. I like that Grim Dawn kind of does something different with the UI instead of doing the ARPG orbs, you know? I feel like it's easier to tell what you're looking at with Classic. I feel like the orbs don't convey what's going on as well, personally. So this is my chest. Obviously, these are all components, various materials. A lot of quest items that I probably don't actually need anymore because, you know, sometimes you get more than one of a quest item, but you only need like one for the actual quest. So I have some quest items that I could probably sell. These are augments that I use. Just in case I get new gear, I pretty much just replace it with whatever augment I was using before. And then I do have a second chest where I store gear that I'm either too low level for, that I'm working up towards, or gear that I was undecided about whether or not I wanted to keep using, so I just kept it in case I would switch back. Damn, you only bought Sulamau? I really don't. I sell everything. I don't hold on to much. So I'm pretty well organized here. I'm gonna go to sleep now because I'm way too tired. Bye. Appreciate you, Andres. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you sleep well, buddy. I have all the chests and almost all of them are filled. That's a yikes. You got to work on the organizing that. You got to take a day. You got to take a day and just organize the shit out of that. So this is my character. I'm a warlord, which means I'm part soldier, part oath keeper. Oh, they changed this UI too. They changed everything. What if they changed the devotion UI? No, it looks pretty much the same. My character is heavily invested in fire DPS. Pretty much everything in my kit is built towards dealing more fire DPS. I just do constant fire DPS. If something has a strong resistance to fire, I'm in trouble. But most of my damage is invested in fire, just so we're all on the same page. What's my fire DPS modifier right now? So I have a plus 1,771% fire damage modifier with like just default 2,600 fire damage. So my fire damage is absolutely cracked out of control. And I'm getting close to max level. I'm level 92 now. Max level's level 100. Okay, speak with Scout Avens in Fort Icon. That's where I gotta go for to start the DLC. Can you not zoom out anymore? Can you not zoom out of the map anymore? Why did they do that? I want to zoom out. Oh, they added the local map option. Wait, that already existed. I'm dumb. Why'd they remove the ability to zoom out of the map? I want to see the whole world. Okay, so I want to show you guys. So this area here is the Corvin Basin. It's for the Forgotten Gods DLC. This starting around here. Yeah, here upward. This is all Ashes of Malmuth. That's the first expansion. And then everything here, all the way up to the Bastion of Chaos is the base game. Fangs of Astrakhan, the expansion they just added, starts here and goes all the way this way. It's fucking huge. It's crazy. And I'm about to get into it. I feel like you didn't talk about the lore much in your video, and I love the lore so much. Well, I did mention in my video that I don't really know much about the lore. I don't exactly have it memorized, you know. I have a superficial understanding of the lore. Oh, you can zoom in closer than you could before. I think. You couldn't get that close before. Man, they made a lot of updates to this. Not that I'm shocked. Great Entertainment fucking rocks.
Apologies for the interruption, but I understand you are the one responsible for scattering the cult's forces in Darkvale Gate?
Darkvale Gate. I'm sure that would be me.
My apologies. I know the esteemed Inquisitor has you assigned to priority matters, but it would seem that when disaster strikes, it rears many heads.
What's the situation?
Just a few days ago, I and the rest of my troop were dispatched to the northwest on what should have been a routine scouting mission. And for me, it largely was.
But then something went wrong.
But nothing of concern. However, my companions never returned from their routes. The frozen reaches of Astrakhan are home to all manner of creatures. But I suspect it is not them we are contending with. Astrakhan is also home to the Kern, our ancient enemies.
Have you considered that they just thought the Kern were chill and decided to hang out with them?
The Inquisitor cannot spare additional troops, but a lone agent of your caliber may succeed. I beg you, venture northwest from Fort Icon and into the frigid north of the Frostvale Highlands. Learn the fate of our missing brothers and sisters.
I will find the missing... Who are the Kern? I need more lore info. We're learning lore. I'm going to make a 4-hour Grim Dawn lore video. I'll become the Vadi Vidi of Grim Dawn lore.
Fort Icon stands as a testament to this ancient conflict and marks the border between Aurelon and the frozen wastes. Even though the bulk of our forces is committed to pushing back the Ethereals and Chthonians, Inquisitor Creed has wisely insisted that we ensure the Kern do not try anything while our backs are turned. It would be like those honorless brutes.
Those honorless brutes! Damn them! Damn those honorless brutes! I'll take a look. I'll take a little look-see for you, pal. It looks like it's probably this way, because this walkway wasn't here before. The lore is pretty much nobody is wrong in a sense. I liked reading through the lore in the Corvin Basin, where it basically revealed that like the gods we knew may not have been the first gods or whatever it was. Again, reminder, I don't exactly know the lore. The Kurna are a nomadic group in the mountains. No, they're honorless brutes! Honorless brutes, the bastards! Fuck them all! I'm extremely powerful. And I'm not even in my final form right now. As an Oath Keeper, I have 2 little henchmen that I can summon. They're called Guardians of Empyrean. I pretty much hold off on using them until I feel like I need to, because I become way too powerful with them around. Fuck them all, yes sir. Good. Good! Yes! Lore. We're gonna read lore. The neatly folded note bears the crest of Fort Icon in its top left corner. Breck, the boys stationed on the Astrakarn route tell me they've spotted something mighty nice. A secluded Kern burial ground not too far from the fort. If we hurry, we can be up there and back before our shift on the wall. Those stupid savages don't bury valuables with their dead. They just leave them in mounds for any sucker to come and pilfer. It'll be easy. So here's the plan. Before dawn, before the grim dawn, we meet at the western gates. I offered Lachlan a split of the spoils if he let us through without a peep. Then we make our way up the mountain under the cover of dark. I lead us to the site, and we grab what we can get. We get out of there before the barbarians can catch a whiff of our assholes. Those honorless barbarians! Just know it's my plan. I bribed Locke. I know where the goods are. I just need ya to help carry the haul, so don't go thinking you're suddenly the brains of the operation and get an even cut. The split is 7 out of every 10 for me. That's a lot. That's a huge split. Henchman of Doom? Dr. Doom? I'm so excited. So excited. So excited. I'm gonna kill this group of enemies in an instant. Watch this. I am all power. I am the chosen one. I'm the ashen one. I'm the chosen undead. I'm unstoppable. I have the power of God and anime on my side. Ooh. Nice little waterfall. Fuck all of you! Fuck all of you! You're not strong enough! You're not strong enough for this! What do you want? What are you gonna do, little boy? Little man, little tiny little baby man? You can't do anything in the face of my immense power. The lore of Oath Keepers, which is the class that I play, is basically just that you tap into the power of the gods and become an avatar of their power. One of my abilities is called Ascension. It basically just lets me become a god for like 2 minutes. Apparently Empyrean made humans out of Cathan's blood and told the Ethereals to fuck off from Earth so humans could settle there, which is why both groups fucking hate us. Well, the Ethereals came back. They came back and they were like, alright, the time has come. This shit belongs to us now. Man, I should have reached out to Crate Entertainment and asked if they wanted to sponsor me. I'll shill their shit for free because I love this game. But man, if we got like a... I don't even know what a discount would look like for... I don't even know what a sponsorship would look like for a video game like this. If we just got like a Captain Mack Steam discount or something, I don't fucking know. They wouldn't care about me. I'm too small, but... I want to be partnered with them. I want to shill Grim Dawn to the masses. I'll do it for free, but it'd be cool to do it for money too. Well, that guy's already dead. I already done killed that fella. Oh, there's some fuckers under here. I can't see them. I cast meteor. By those meteors you see spawning from my attacks every now and again, that's just a passive ability. I don't even do that on purpose. I'm just so powerful that meteors occasionally show up when I'm attacking stuff. They would care, I think, if you made a video for them. I made a Patreon video for them. Is that not good enough? Is a man not entitled to his Patreon video? Your aura just invokes meteors. That's true. I'm just a walking natural disaster. That's why they keep sending me out on missions like this. It's too dangerous to have me around any of the towns or villages because I'll just keep fucking blowing stuff up. The widely available Patreon video. What can I say, eh? You do tend to catch perverts like us out of the ethereals. Freaks like us. Freaks like the Captain Mack community. Bunch of fucking weirdos. Oh, hang on. There's a little corner I didn't explore. I'm a bit of a 100%er when I play this game, so you guys are gonna see me like backtrack to explore every area, and we're all just gonna have to live through that together. This is pretty. Look at this. Look at that. Look at the snow on the ground, the rocks on the ground, the rivers and the waterfalls. It's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. There's more lore on the ground. I think I will partake. Mack's character swats a fly and causes untold carnage by the 50% chance to spawn a meteor. Mack's character slams his desk out of frustration while playing Dark Souls and destroys half a town. The parchment is quite old and faded by time. With any luck, this will be the first of many entries as I make use of these pages to pontificate upon my work here. May it serve the Empire well. My mission in this miserable, cold land is to survey its people, to observe and learn with the singular goal of discovering weaknesses so that we might exploit that weakness if circumstances arise that require such crude manipulations. We are unwelcome strangers here. As such, I have employed a local sellsword whose task it will be to provide security and guide us about, disguised as travelers on pilgrimage. My attendants and I have shed our imperial regalia, weapons, and equipment, replacing them with the crudely fashioned furs and odd animal leathers worn by locals. It is a filthy manner of dress made worse by the particular furs our guide has equipped us with. They are heavy and thick with oil that fills the nose with the repugnant odor of whatever horrible creature was born wearing them. Some sort of large beaver if my guess is right. The town should have been built elsewhere. By the way, what's up, Bill? How you doing? Thus far, I have observed that the people here are strong-willed and able-bodied, if a bit dim. They appear to follow a set of simple yet barbaric customs which I have witnessed many times in my few short days here. They're really setting up the Kern to just be a bunch of fucking cavemen, aren't they? They're dishonorable brutes. They're honorless brutes. Barbarians. What did that other guy say about them? Nothing nice. On the first morning of the expedition, our guide, a hard-faced native named Bjor, whose gnarled skin belies his true age, refused to leave camp until he had consulted the entrails of a freshly slain cow. Not to eat, not to brew some foul concoction, but to plan our conveyance around the finer details of a bird's innards. His nocturnal behaviors are no less strange. In the early hours of our third morning, whilst relieving myself in a nearby bush, I caught a glimpse of him returning to camp covered in all manner of gruesome fluids. His face smeared with blood as if he had bathed in it. The evidence of another barbaric ritual, I assume. In any case, I digress. Though I find them quite odd and more than a little primitive, it's these very customs that I have come to study. Though it is a bit outside my current task, it bears recording here. Our guide has mentioned quite regularly, in fact, that other intelligent peoples dwell in these lands. Or perhaps people is a bit generous. By his colorful descriptions, I surmise that they are more beast than person. Yet he claims they hold complex customs, follow a rigid social structure, and will tax travelers careless enough to pass into lands they occupy. He seems to admire them for some reason. Mysterious indeed. I should be very much like to observe these natives. Honorless brutes, barbaric, more beast than man. What am I getting myself into? Will you try the potion crafting mechanic? Of course I will, as soon as I run into it. I'm also curious about the ascension mechanic they cooked up, because the descriptions of it didn't really shed a lot of light into what it actually is to me. It appears to be a way to power up your gear for harder difficulties, but I don't know what it actually looks like. Pardon me, creatures of nature. Captain Mack walks into a forest and leaves half of it extinct. What did I name my character? I think I'm just named George, aren't I? No, I might be Mac. This is before I started naming my characters George. I think my second character is named George. What can I say? I'm just a freak like that, I guess. Do you play on normal or on ultimate? I just play on veteran. I play on normal. Although I have started to play the elite difficulty a little bit. I'm mostly just to get devotion points. Little monkey creatures. Little mountain critters. What are you playing, boys? Oh, I guess it's Grim Dawn. It sure is. What's up, Schmooble? The title didn't give it away for you? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Thanks for liking it on the way in. I appreciate that. Look at these little mountain apes. Are they apes? What are they? Are they like bird creatures? No, they're like rats. They're like big rat things. This mountain's got rat people. I mean, you did have a Skyrim shield on the thumbnail. Could have been anything. It's just a shield from Google. You gotta understand, my thumbnails, like, the best thing to pay attention to with one of my stream thumbnails is the background. The background will tell you more about the game than, like, my character on screen will, because I just pull images from Google to make them. So I looked up, like, shield, and the Skyrim shield was the first thing that came up. But the background is from Grim Dawn. Background looks real Skyrim-y too. How dare you say that? You take that back, you son of a bitch. Oh, that's not a creature. Is that a rock covered in fur? Oh, what's this guy? Hang on, I was so distracted by the rock that I wasn't even paying attention to what I was killing. That could have been a peaceful emissary of the barbaric people that I just fucking murdered. He came at me first. It was self-defense. They made me do it. They fed me psychedelics. Made me chant in a cave for 400 years. I had to kill him to escape. Hey man, when you're driving your off-road horse in the mountain at night in Skyrim, it looks magical. Sports utility horse. I'm just saying, I don't think there are any vistas in Skyrim that look quite like that. Okay, first teleporter. Thane Solf Hinterland.
I will not begrudge a traveler a place by the fire in these winds, as Amatok teaches us.
But I have to ask, why are you here, Lowlander? I'm looking after a missing scouting party. Is he a Kern? He is a Kern. I'm after a missing scouting party. I see. They're likely as good as dead. Frostvale is a treacherous land in the best of times, but now, following in their footsteps is unwise if you're unprepared. Though, maybe we can help each other out. What do you have in mind? An elder Bristolon we call Rugru roams just north of here. The hulking animal is well past his prime, but he refuses to relinquish his status as the alpha of the herd, preventing younger males from asserting dominance. This is just like me, for real. Help restore balance by hunting him down and bring his meat back here. We will ensure no part of him goes to waste. And once we've all feasted, maybe we can offer you something to aid on your journey. I'll do it. I'll do it because I want to kill shit. Thane, the Skyrim conspiracy deepens. Listen, just because Fangs of Astrakarn is like a Nordic-themed expansion doesn't mean it has anything to do with Skyrim. Greta of the Blood Rages. Move along, little pup. This fire's not for you. Your elder said it was, ho. So you don't know shit. Leaf Darktooth. You should not be here, Lowlander. A Kern? I was warned about your kind. Our kind. It was your people that turned the snow red with the blood of our children and elders. And now here you are in Kern lands, an enemy from the past. It was we who were wary of you, Lowlander. Fair enough. So the Kern did not shoot on sight, which makes it seem like they're probably not so bad. But yeah, a lot of grays, whites, browns, and warm greens. Autumn-coated color palette. Skyrim Special Edition isn't so gray. People still just kind of remember like base Skyrim, and you can't blame them for that, but Skyrim Special Edition's okay. Still not as colorful as you can get with a couple shader mods, though. Not that you want it to be like a Technicolor dream world, but... Or maybe you do. I don't know. I don't know what you're about. I don't know what you freaks want. A cave? A cave for me to explore? Well, why not? 'Twould be my pleasure. Thanks for the junk. Don't worry, guys. There'll be like a half an hour long section where I just look through the loot. We won't do that as we go, but we will do it. Oh, you think you're shit, huh? Sorry, pal. You may be a boss in a new DLC, but I'm literally fucking God. I got some kind of blueprint. What's this for? It's a set piece. Can be upgraded. Oh, it's an awakening thing. It's an awakening thing. It's not particularly valuable. +1 to all skills. For anybody? For any mastery? Huh. We want more pictures of Spider-Man. See, what did I say? Freaks, the lot of you, voyeurs. The pickup sound is eerily similar to SpongeBob's walk sound. Oh, Schmooble. Schmooble, Schmooble, Schmooble. You're pending for a ban, aren't you? Spreading all this slander. Maybe I should be playing on veteran. Maybe I should bump up the difficulty since I'm so ultra powered at this point. Let's see. What does veteran mode do? It's like, oh, veteran mode's a separate mode now. Enhances normal difficulty for experienced RPG players and provides a 10% experience bonus. Can be toggled on and off in the main menu anytime. Why is it like a separate mode now? It used to be like a check mark on normal mode. Is playing on veteran difficulty going to reset my story progress? Because that's what happens when you play on elite. No, it doesn't. I'll try playing on veteran. Ban me, you won't. You're right, I won't. I'll make Skippy do it. He loves banning people. Does make the enemies much beefier. Well, yeah, I know that's what it explained. What do you think? I'm fucking stupid? Do you think I can't read? Because you're right. Much beefier. They are still paltry compared to me. Fulminated tree. This gnarled tree has been shattered by a lightning strike. Well, it must have something to do with a quest at some point. I might actually have an excuse to use my abilities against regular enemies now. The funny thing about the aura joke is that my character legitimately just kind of exudes aura constantly. I have like several energy eating moves. Oh, there's something going on back here. What are you doing, man? There's a couple energy eating moves that I use that I just have several aura abilities. I've got this circle on my back as an aura ability. The arrows you keep seeing is an aura ability. Same with the big circle that flashes around me. And I got the Phoenix mode, which activates when I get hit. I'm noticing the enemies are beefier, but you're still slaying them super easy. Well, my character is very powerful. I like spent a fair amount of time before the DLC came out basically tuning my character to be more powerful, even though I was already pretty powerful. So like I want to say I ended the base game plus all the DLC around like level 82 with around like 25,000 DPS. I'm now level 92, only 10 levels higher, with 55,000 DPS. And my DPS goes up if I have my guys summoned, which I don't right now. So I like more than doubled my damage in the span of like 10 levels in preparation for the DLC. So I'm quite powerful. Lurking for a bit. Okay, bruh. We'll see you in a bit. Oh, hang on. There's a guy over here who thinks he's tough shit. Fuck out of here, bro. You don't know what you're doing. You don't have a clue. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. I am just so happy right now. You guys have no idea how excited I am to be just playing some new Grim Dawn content. Like that is just wonderful to me. It is the ultimate thing that can happen this year. Fuck out of here with that shit. Get out of here with that shit. I don't want to see it. You know what? I probably should turn off my... Well, I have commons turned off with my loot filter. Just to, like, ever so slightly reduce the amount of loot that I pick up. But I'm worried that I'm going to miss out on some fashion stuff because I have commons turned off. I probably shouldn't worry about it. Oh, we're that close to Necropolis, huh? There's more NPCs or just things going on. Hello, Aelin. A lowlander? This far from home? If you're here to kill us, I won't make it easy. I'm looking for a scouting party. I heard stories of your legion grunts poking their heads in the snow, but I've not seen them myself. To my knowledge, no legionnaire has made it this far north in some time. If you're looking for your missing scouts, then surely you've gone too far. Partner looks in rough shape. No, Ken? All it took was a momentary lapse in awareness. A bristlehorn, mad with pain or lust, charged out of the brush and gored him. I admit it's not looking good. No can require medical aid, but he cannot be moved without performing triage. And I can't leave him or scavengers will finish what the bristlehorn started. No doubt the other hunters will find us, but Noken may not have that long. I'll not mince words. Fate does not care about our pride. Will you help us? What should I do for him? There's an old remedy among our people that involves wrapping the wound in molted rock feathers. The cold emanating from the plumage is enough to stifle fear and stem blood loss. There are many rock nests on the western cliffs of the Frostvale Highlands, some even within hand's reach. No doubt the birds have molted there, and before you ask, it can't be fresh feathers from the live ones. Not unless we want to freeze Noken's leg clean off. Noken is as tough as the mountains, but even he can't hold out forever. If you're able to aid us, then please hurry. I'll find the feathers. How you doing, buddy? Don't waste time on me. My blood already nourishes the soil. No need to be so dramatic, baby. So is this more Diablo or more PoE? Literally never even heard of this game before today alone. Okay, so I'm so glad that you are here to listen to my Grim Dawn gospel then. Grim Dawn, to me, is the perfect middle ground between Diablo 2 and Path of Exile. It is not super duper complex like Path of Exile. It doesn't have like an insane, indecipherable talent tree. It has masteries, it has classes, but it's also not a pain in the ass to play like Diablo 2. It's the perfect middle ground modern ARPG where it has a lot of quality of life that makes it easy to play, but it still has a lot of complexity and a lot of build variety and customizability. So there's your answer. It's kind of somewhere in the middle of Diablo and PoE, and it's, to me, perfect. And I love it. Have I already found another rift gate? I better double back then, because I've like skipped an entire section then. Hang on, it's up on a rock. Let me just get this rift gate. Okay, now we're gonna double back because I missed like a whole section of the game. The lore does seem pretty cool. I'm not a lore expert because I'm just dumb and I struggle to follow lore that's not given out to me as like a linear thing. But like the vibes of the game are great. There's a huge variety of enemies. There's like, I'd say like the perfect balance of difficulty where the game is hard sometimes and easy other times. So, you know, you can feel good and you can feel strong sometimes, but then occasionally you just meet an enemy that kicks your absolute dick off, and it's lovely. The skeleton key dungeons are really hard. There's like optional challenges. The game is pretty much as easy or as hard as you want it to be, ultimately. I'd have to have a 5-hour lore video of it. There's a ton of variety in like the locations. That's something I like a lot about Grim Dawn. I feel like a lot of ARPGs, they don't have a ton of variety in terms of like locations and places you can go. At least of the ones I've played, which admittedly is not a ton. But Grim Dawn, there's like a shit ton of variety in the locations you can go to, especially if you have the DLCs. Oh, are you still alive? No, he's just, his body's just scriggling. Scriggling a word? Probably not. But I used it anyway. My favorite part is no FOMO. Oh yeah, and it's a modern ARPG that is not a live service. It's just a fully complete game with no microtransactions, no battle pass. You can just play the fucking game at your own pace. It's great. I think I almost died there. My health went really low and then shot back up, probably because of ghoulish hunger. There's a shrine up here. I don't even need devotion shrines anymore. I've got all my devotion points. But I actually don't know what happens if you get a shrine when you already have full points, so I'd like to find out. But with no FOMO, how can my wallet be maximized for shareholder profits? Yeah, I mean, Crate Entertainment's not exactly going to be the next billion-dollar company, are they? They don't have the ambition for it. They really ought to think about that more. Also, you get a lot of side stories which explain the lore of different enemies. Yeah, there's a lot of like faction lore, a lot of like why are they here. You're not just fighting random enemies that just kind of don't make sense for like the location. There's like an actual why for what they're doing there. All right, let's do it. All right, what happens when you clear a shrine now? Shrine cleansed. I guess nothing. I guess I just get loot and XP, which is fine with me. Oh! The hell are you doing here? There's also like a shit ton of quality of life in this game. Like just a lot of little things. Like you can reallocate all of your various progression points for a minimal fee. You know, you don't have to worry about that like fear that you have with some ARPGs where you're like, man, I don't really know what's going on. Maybe I'll regret spending this point later. You can just unspend it if you need to. The developers are amazing and are super supportive of the community. I'm not sure if Grim Tools is made by them or if they just support the team that does make it, but there's like a whole build calculator that works super well. I'm assuming that if they don't make it, then they must give support to the people that do make it, because they like had an early version of the new mastery available on Grim Tools before the DLC was actually out. The dev team also made a city builder, which I haven't played yet, but I did buy it because I like city builders and I like giving them money. I like giving these guys money a lot, actually. I bought all of the like Steam support DLCs that are purely cosmetic. And I don't even use the cosmetics. I just wanted to give them more money. Can you tap J to show them the enemy hatred meter when you can? Okay, yeah, so there is like there's you know a faction system where you have like, what is it called? Starts with an R. What do they call it? Reputation grinding. But there's also the opposite where certain enemies will start to hate you more and more the more that you kill them, which is pretty funny. We like anti-rep. Anti-rep is great. I picked up some flour when I was walking around. Where did that end up? It's somewhere in here, I'm sure. Here it is. It's some kind of quest item, I assume. Or probably crafting. It doesn't say quest item, so it's got to be some kind of crafting item. Is there a benefit to having a high hatred level, or is it just for fun? Yes, there is. So the higher the hatred goes, the more likely there are for it gives you more lore. Okay, so it gives you more lore, but also more enemies spawn, and particularly more hero enemies spawn, and hero enemies are the ones that drop like big pots of loot. So the more that faction hates you, the easier it is to farm off of them. If you're into that kind of thing. I'm not really a grinder or a farmer myself, but sorry, chat, I don't grind. That's why my videos come out so slowly. I didn't know that. Yeah. And imagine not being on Grindr. Also, this game goes on sale for super cheap all the time. It's not on sale right now, probably because they just had a big expansion drop. But if you wait for the next like Steam sale, it'll be like $5. And Not even $5. It goes on sale for like $3. And $3 for Grim Dawn is the most like just buy it I can ever give you. Like it's worth it at the $25 it normally costs, but for like the $3 it goes on sale for, that's just a no-brainer. Get out of here, you little woolly fox. I'm about to hunt these things to extinction, just like we did to the mammoths. Is this my hunting party? No, I don't think so. This looks like Kern remains. Honorless barbarians! Those goddamn honorless barbarians. Oh, hang on. I think I got my enemy here. My first boss of the DLC. Or mini boss, at least. You're weak! You're weak and your whole family line is weak. My only regret in life is that I couldn't contribute to the mammoth extinctions. I know, right? I wish I could have been there. I would have done so much for the extinction party. But I drive a Jeep, so I'm sure I'm causing something to go extinct. That's the attitude to have. You gotta look at the silver lining. I'm doing the Ashes DLC, and I think Gloomwald is my favorite area aesthetics-wise, and it's followed up by one of my least favorite areas in Ugdenbog, because all the enemies deal poison and I have 0 resistance. Yeah, see, this is why I warned you about, poison resistance, because I had the same problem. Ugdenbog was fucking rough for me. I died a lot there, because my poison resistance was nothing.
These lands are
Were you successful in tracking down Ruguru? Yes, and I bring meat. I did not think you would actually take me up on the challenge. Good on you, Lowlander. We will get this meat over the fire. A hearty meal to share on a frigid day. You've shown your intentions to be true, so I will be true in mine. These ointments will shield you from the wind's bite. May come in handy on the journey ahead. I wish you fortune, Lowlander. May your brethren still draw breath when you find them. But if you wish to take a moment by our fire and rest, you are more than welcome. Have you seen the scouts? I admit I was not forthright with you at first. We did spot your party traveling north. They were ill-prepared for the weather and the beasts that await up there. Your commander seems to know little of these lands, or they are desperate. I do not lie. If they have not returned this way, then they are likely dead. But I do hope you to at least find their remains. Take care, Lowlander. Thanks, buddy. What did he give me? Probably an oil. Yeah. 66% reduced freeze duration. Nice. 10 out of 10. I love me a good poison swamp. Oh, it's the poisonest of swamps. Any ARPG that has an ancient Egyptian zone gets an automatic 10 from me. So is Titan Quest? No, wait, Titan Quest is Roman, not Egyptian. I'm stupid. Elden Ring is my favorite Soulsborne exclusively because of all the poison swamps it has, man. Not even like the poison swamp. Elden Ring has the fucking toxic swamp. It has the rot swamp, the ultimate rot swamp. I keep getting fisted in the face by every fucking flower. Yeah, it's rough.
These lands are not for the likes of you.
A clean kill. One of our young could achieve, but nevertheless impressive for a Lowlander. Can I partake in some of the meat? But of course, your kill your choice of cut. What do you think of me now? Not bad, little pup. Maybe Irulians aren't all silks and feasts. What about you? Not bad, Lowlander. Stay a while. Warm yourself by the fire. No thanks. I have things to do. See you later. Caelid is the best edition. I fucking hate Caelid. Caelid sucks my dick. It's not that bad. It's an okay area at worst. I also keep tinkering with my build. You never stop. That's the ARPG grind. You're always tinkering. Always maxing. My force wave is so fucking weak. I need more points in it. It's because I, like, invested points into force wave. How many points do I have in force wave at this point? Yeah, only 3 with a couple extra coming from somewhere. I modified my build a bit to take even more points out of soldier and invest more of them into Oathkeeper. I'm like a soldier in name alone. I'm mostly like a pure Oathkeeper with like a small amount of soldier going on. Mostly just whatever skills I could get that would benefit my Oathkeeper abilities. So the mistake that I made was that I bought Grim Dawn by itself without the expansions. And then I was like, I'll buy the expansions if I like this game. And then I liked the game a lot. Like a lot. And so I bought the expansions like immediately after I landed in Japan. Because I played Grim Dawn like the entire flight over. So I first invested points into Soldier because I didn't have access to Oathkeeper. And then I like subclassed into Oathkeeper. Liked Oathkeeper skills a lot more and just like went all in on Oathkeeper. I probably would have subclassed into something different if I hadn't already chosen Soldier. But the Warlord build is really fun nonetheless. You basically just get to be a raw damage dealer with some tankiness. And I like that. Is there a pathway here? There is. It's a little bit hidden. Let me knock down their burial stones. I'm sure they don't care about them. I can blame some other lowlander. I can be like, me? No, that had nothing to do with me. That was some other guy. You want to fucking shoot at me? Skeletons? Y'all got skeletons up here? Up here in the north? Skeletons in my mountain? Why is this guy so beefy? There's a couple of these dudes that have some fucking hits in them. They just don't take damage for a minute. I don't know what's up with that. Oh, a current opportunity part 2. Okay, this is the grave robbers we're reading about. This is their second diary. The note is stained with bloody fingerprints. No one has ever asked, and I've never said. But now that your guts adorn the snow, I feel it only fitting you know why. I'm Halfkern, you silth-drinking slith piss drinker. Breck, son of Ulith, who died giving me life breath. My father, Markor, was never welcome among the people of Asterkon, and my mother's passing extinguished what little grace he had with them, so he came to live in his homeland. I never learned the ways of my mother's people, but my father always spoke with them with great reverence and respect. I've walked these hills many times, met the people of these lands. They are harsh and unforgiving, bearing grudges older than any living man, but they have come to recognize kin with me and welcomed me beside their hearths. It is my eyes, you see. They carry the sorrows of this land, in ways only a Kern may recognize. I have traveled beyond the highlands and witnessed the beauty of the valley below, and I have seen the halls of Kernhold and drank deep of Kern mead. While a part of me wishes to spend a lifetime here learning their ways, I did not grow up Kern and still feel my Irulian blood calling me home. This is not where I belong. I did learn a few things, though. For one, Kern burial rites are an important reminder of what was lost. They call them scars because every hurt and loss brings healing. It leaves them tougher, stronger. Their belongings are left behind for worthy successors to bring newfound glory to old tools and weapons, not to be pilfered by rats. You should pray that the Kern ways do not apply to you in their lands, left to rot in the snow as you are, alone and forgotten. If you believe the myths, yours will be a fate worse than death. I'm not sure even you deserve such an end, but it seems fitting reward for the hate and vitriol you have shown for the people you despise, yet know nothing about. Breck, son of Ulith and Markor. Damn. Elden Ring Morrowind conversion mod stream win. If he releases it publicly, I'll totally play that. Is there a Mass Effect like lore book that reads to you? Can't tell you can't tell you how many hours I spent treating Mass Effect like an audiobook. There is not, unfortunately. Maybe you could convince your favorite YouTuber to do a fucking lore book reading on or something like that. I think I just got another blueprint. Did I? I might have been seeing things. I gotta go back and sell stuff in a minute. More flowers. Don't mind if I do. Yep, I have to get rid of my stuff. Take me back to Fort Icon. It's probably the closest spot with the nearby merchant. It's got to be me, man. I'll volunteer as tribute. I will say, I feel they could have done more with faction system, like being able to join enemy factions, if that makes sense. I guess it might have been asking for too much, perhaps. You sort of can. Not really, I guess. I don't know.
See anything you like?
All right, let's see. There's a lot of stuff that I just will not use. No guns. Don't need guns. Don't need two-handed weapons. Don't need scepters. Don't need offhands. I'll pick them all up because I like money, but I won't use them. Don't need any of these guns. No two-handed weapons. No crossbows. Get that shit out of my fucking face, man. What is this? Bloodbound totem? It's gotta be useful for something. Alright. What do we got? I don't want that shield. I don't want that. That was a two-hander I missed. I don't need that. Don't need that. My build is pretty well optimized, so it's going to be hard for me to find armor I actually want to use at this point. The benefit of that to you guys is that it should be pretty quick for me to go through and sell things, because I know pretty well what I want, and a lot of this stuff ain't going to be it. Oh, I didn't even notice those. That's a pretty sick looking helmet, though. This does not benefit me. This is a Berserker set item. Maybe I'll hold on to that for when I inevitably start a Berserker. I'll put that in my like shared chest. No, I mean, that was a Berserker item too, but unless it's a set item. I'll just hold on to set items. A lot of this stuff is going to benefit cold damage. That's not too shocking. Ooh. Plus 99% fire damage, plus 112% burn damage. This might give me higher FPS. Ever so slightly. It's like 10 more FPS. But I will take it. Shepard being an extreme racist towards Batarians is the funniest meme to come out of Mass Effect. I don't know anything about what you're talking about, but I believe you. Imagine joining Cronley's gang and betraying Devil's Crossing. Be kind of fucked up. Be kind of fucked up for you to do that. Technically, if you think about it, Batarians aren't legally people. Okay, you guys are talking about Mass Effect lore. Pretty cool looking sword. It's not better than mine, but it's cool looking. I've been using the same axe for a long time. This thing, for whatever reason, just has extremely fucked up damage. Mostly because it buffs my fire damage like crazy. I'm gonna have to find another weapon that like buffs my fire damage like crazy before I replace it. How do I click in the same spot? How do I keep clicking in the same spot? I don't mean to do that. How much fire damage do you do? I do 2,000 to 3,000 per hit with 1,766% modifier. I know where it is, Preston. I was playing Grim Dawn before you were born! I don't need that. Holy fuck, and I thought I was doing good. I'm much higher level than you, though. I'm level 92. I'm almost max level. And almost everything in my build is somehow contributing to fire damage. You gotta understand that. This is contributing to fire damage. So is this. So is this. So is this. This one actually isn't, but I'm looking for something that will. This is. This is. This is. This is. This is. This isn't, but it is tangentially. This is. This one isn't. This one's mostly for poison and acid resistance. This is. And like all of my devotion points are invested into fire damage related skills. I just do fire damage. That's the main thing I do. Like let's like my devotion tree is like, okay, so the big one is Ulzuin's torch, which has 100% burn duration, more burn duration, 200 to 300 fire damage, plus 100% fire damage, plus 80% fire damage. This thing's got 50% fire damage, 30% fire damage. This thing's got fire damage, 24% fire damage. 15% fire damage. Like everything in here is somehow related to fire damage. 40% fire damage. 40% fire damage. 50% burn damage. I know this thing's doing fire damage, I'm pretty sure. 50% fire damage. Maybe the only thing that isn't contributing to my fire damage right now is like Targo's hammer, which I mostly just have because I think it looks cool. It doesn't do anything for my fire damage, I just like it. And then, like, this eel is to unlock other trees. Same with this lion. The lion does not concern itself with fire damage. Like, most of... everything in my build is contributing to fire damage. If I run into enemies that are resistant to fire damage, it's a problem for me. Because I just do fire damage. But even then, like, my fire damage is so high, I bet I would outpace most fire-resistant enemies. Wait, no, I need this. I just need... Where's the corpse dust? Where's the fucking corpse dust? Can I not just use it from this window? Right click to apply. I'm trying to. Do I have to pull it out now? I thought I could just apply it from the chest before. Oh, wait, I'm dumb. I could have. I just forgot how to do it. And then I need the share locker. Put that in there.
I'll keep an eye on this.
I do 1,200 to 1,400 fire damage, and the modifier is 846%. So I think... What level are you again? You're doing great. Like you're on your way to my level. What am I at again? 2,000 to 3,000 and 1,700% fire damage. So if you're like, I don't know, half or even 2/3 of my level, you're well on your way to where I'm at. I'm level 57. Yeah, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. This is a fucking end game build. This is steps away from max level build. Of course my damage is going to be higher than yours. My character's fucking cracked out of his mind on fire damage. All I do is burn stuff. Half of my attacks are burning stuff too. This does fire damage. I think, doesn't it? Yep. Yep, that does fire damage. My shield does fire damage. Yep. Vire's Might does fire damage and leaves like a trail of lava where I run. Force Wave and Vire's Cascade don't do fire. Oh no, Vire's Cascade does do fire damage. My Empyrean Guardians do fire damage. Everything is fire damage. It's all fire damage. Praise be to the fire gods. She's been good to me. Grim Dawn is the first game that I ever played where I got really deep into like build crafting and like really tried to maximize my fire damage. Like I said, pretty much the only thing that is not contributing to my fire damage is Targo's hammer, which I just keep because I think it looks cool. I like the spinning hammers. They make me happy. When Bill was looking at my build, he like suggested that I like reallocate those points, and I was like, no, I want the hammers. Shepard, I know that destroying the Alpha relay to halt the Reaper's invasion wasn't an easy choice. The Batarian lives lost will be remembered forever. Reapers? Oh man, I literally know nothing about Mass Effect lore. All hail Empyrean, or is it Ulzuine? Ulzuine's torch is giving me all my fire damage, so... Ulzuine the Betrayed was once a god of healing and ceremonies, but with millennia of torment following a most grisly betrayal from his lover has twisted the once benevolent entity into a bitter deity interested in only vengeance and destruction. Yeah, we like Ulzuine in this house. The god of destruction and vengeance. Burning those who would cross their path. Is Mac multi-streaming right now? No, I'm not. Why do you ask? I'm just streaming to YouTube. I should start streaming to Twitch. I've been saying that I should go back to streaming on Twitch for literal years at this point. Probably 2 years I've been saying that. And I just don't do it because I'm lazy. I would need to set up like stream notifications from Twitch again. As well as set up like channel points rewards, which I don't even remember how I did in the first place. And I'm sure it wouldn't be hard to figure out how I did that, but I'm just lazy. But I'm sure you guys would want the Sonic Racing channel point reward back. Not that any of you were around for that, except for like maybe Skippy and Bill. It got dark real quick. Night came on swift. Where am I going next? I gotta kill more shit. More fucking rats. Are they rats or are they like anteaters? I don't think they're anteaters. They don't got long enough snouts. They look more like rats to me. They're extremely rat-like. I'm pretty sure they're rats. They could be beavers. Their spawn points seem to be little like beaver dens, so I guess they could be beavers. You know what? They kind of got beaver tails too. These guys are definitely beavers. I've been calling them rats when they're actually beavers. I'm just a massive racist. Molted roe feather. Oh, I needed that for the guy that's dying. Oh, I need more of them. Getting hard to see with all this snow. Mac, when are you going to play the DLCs for MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries? I don't think I played that DLC. I don't know if I played any of the DLCs, but I did play MechWarrior 5 a few times on stream. Fuck you, Eldritch Horror. You are not beyond my comprehension. You are beneath my comprehension. Eldritch Horror is beneath my comprehension. That's what you are. Blueprint. Mythical Soul's Touch. I don't know what class that's for, but it's not Oathkeeper. So I don't give a fuck about it. Why do these guys explode into ethereal splooge? Well, some of them do anyway. Not all of them. Do you think after I, like, bust up the third nest to get the feather, I'm gonna have, like, a bunch of them after me? See, this is why I like the hammer move. I like having a little hammer circling around me. It makes me happy. And is a man not entitled to some happiness? The Wanderer. I journeyed through the frozen wastes, devoid of home and hearth. My people gone, my duty buried beneath the ashes of war. There was no shelter along my path, only the blinding white of untainted snow. Cruel gods denied me a battle death alongside my kin. I walked alone, a warrior without purpose. If blades would not separate my head from my shoulders, then I would let the snow claim me along with my shame. When a blizzard struck with blinding force, its icy winds cutting through flesh and bone like a banshee's cry, I thought my death denied had come at last. As the bitter cold dragged me down amid the swirling snow, I laid myself to rest upon the frozen ground. Snow would be my mound, the stars my final witness. Then a figure appeared through the flurry. Slung across his shoulders was the steaming carcass of a deer he had only moments before brought down. Dropping the beast beside me, he drew his knife and split open its belly. Without hesitation, he tore away a piece of the still warm flesh and offered it to me. Eat and be strong, he said. The cold cannot pierce a body filled with warmth and blood. I admit I hesitated and did not reach for the offering at first, but as I laid here and there in the snow, I finally saw the Wanderer clearly. His features were cold and angular, his incisors unnaturally sharp, and his eyes gleamed a piercing yellow beneath the storm. The beast's life breath was given willingly that yours might continue. Wojak, warrior without a tribe. The Wanderer spoke once more. Will you squander this gift, or will you allow its strength to join with yours? This guy's name is Wojak? Wojak the Kern? That's an unfortunate name, my friend. I grasped the meat and ate it raw. I felt the blood pour through my teeth and stain my beard as warmth poured back into my limbs, and my heart beat with renewed purpose. For a moment, neither of us spoke. Then the Wanderer turned and walked away without a word, disappearing into the heart of the blizzard. I watched him leave until his silhouette became one with the cascading snow. I never saw the Wanderer again, but I will never forget his mercy so long as life breath still draws into my lungs. The stag's horns will adorn my helm until I at long last meet my destined death. So that had to be one of the gods of the Kern, right? I'm sure they have gods that they're going to tell me about. Everyone in this universe has a god of some kind that they believe in. Some of them are horrible. Some of them are kind. All of them probably are real. It's really hard to say. But you get a lot of hints. You know, you get a lot of hints that all of the gods in this universe are real to some degree. Then again, it's always in writing. Oh, but I also have battled some of them, haven't I? And I came out on top. Because I am power. You've also met their avatars. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So whatever, just, you know, keep in mind, whatever god the Kern believe in, it's probably real. That journal I just read, could it be the hallucinations of a dying man, or was it real? Probably real. Also, your character is technically one of their avatars. No? Yeah, you're right. As an Oath Keeper, I am like an avatar of Empyrean. Scholar Reinhardt's notes, part 2. Parchment is quite old and faded by time. Our progress continues at a frustratingly slow pace. Each morning we wait as our guide consults his god on our best path forward. I am no closer to achieving my goal than than when I left friendly lands weeks ago. Even with my untrained eye, I have spotted numerous signs of civilization. Path markings, small sites of worship where offerings are made to unknown gods, remnants of temporary camps. Yet Bjor continually steers us away from the beaten path. He forces us to hike along the banks of rivers or pick our way through the flooded bogs, all while claiming the hewn paths, which are obviously made for human conveyance, are too dangerous to walk. 2 nights prior, Bjor berated and threatened my assistant Buxley for attempting to fell a small tree to use for firewood. When I questioned him about it, he would give me no reason, saying only that we must not cut any of the trees along the river's edge. As soon as we reach civilization, I plan to hire a new guide and leave before Bjor can follow. Bro, you're gonna die without Bjor. Bjor knows what's up. You're a fool. You're a damn fool. And you'll die. You'll die a fool's death in a fool's land surrounded by honorless barbarians. Because those honorless barbarians knew how to survive. And you didn't. I have to return to give the feather away. To save a dying man. Where was he? He was down south. I know that for sure. That's another thing I like about Grim Dawn. The way to do a quest is not always like super duper clear. And, you know, you only get quest markers when you get close to where you're going. So you gotta remember. You gotta actually pay attention to quest logs to figure out where to go. This game expects you to know shit. God forbid. This game expects you to use your damn brain. Big ass bird. Big ass birds you got up here in the mountain. Big ass beavers and big ass birds. None of them a true test for me and my power. Well, they had 2 dams set up here. They're really trying to slow this river down, huh? Silly beavers. Oh, hang on. Oh, he's dead. I thought there was one left alive. All right, so where... I think the dying guy was here. I come bearing gift. I will save your friend. Out of the kindness of my heart shall I save your friend. And maybe for money if you have it.
Watch yourself out there, Lowlander.
I have the feathers. These are just what Noken needs. Thank you, Lowlander. Truth be told, I thought asking you was a futile effort, but you came through for us. I do not have much on me in the way of thanks, but perhaps this herb will come of use to you. A frozen aster is a rare sight among these peaks, but it is highly potent. May Amatuk look kindly upon your generosity, Lowlander. Travel safe. Amatuk. Emotuk? Ammo Tuck. That's the guy, I think. That's the guy. That's the dude. That's who we gotta watch out for. That's who these honorless barbarians worship. I'm gonna be real, they don't seem so honorless. They've all been very thankful, appreciative of the things I've been doing. They've offered me fire and meat and flowers. They seem pretty honorable to me. This seems like some anti-Kern, starts with a P. Propaganda they've been feeding me. Anti-Kern propaganda in 2026. Oh, this guy's strong. But not strong enough. I looked off the screen for a second and he split the fucking ground in half. I'm guessing this is one of my guys. Dead. Yeah, he looks like he's from Fort Icon. That dude's not a Kern. Not a Kern at all. Yeah, they're all dead. Not all dead, but close. You did it. You actually did it. By many years' mercy, I don't think we would have made it if you had not shown up. Looks like I got here just in time. This Kern came out of nowhere and distracted the beast whilst we crawled to safety, but it was only a matter of time before it found us again. I did not think them capable of such honor. My leg is still pretty messed up. How will we get back to Fort Icon? Like this. Ulf Garn, son of Garn.
You wield strange magics, Lowlander, but that was an impressive feat. I'd have thought your death screams would echo in the peaks, but here you are, victorious.
It's not my first time contending with the void. I am raw power.
The taint of he who dwells below creation reaches farther with every passing moon. Not even the beasts of Osterkarn are spared his putrid touch. It does not surprise me that his foul tendrils have infected your lands as well.
Your people know what caused this?
My people, the Kern, have long contended with the darkness, but I am no skald and will not speak of such matters directly. I admit, I believed all Irulians soft, but you have shown yourself to be a warrior of some talent. May I not live to regret this, but with all that is at stake, perhaps this calls for a meeting of our people. If you wish to learn more of the rot that chokes life from our land, you will need to head to Kernhold. Though, getting called to speak may prove difficult.
I just gotta prove myself, I'm sure. Prove myself to be the absolute legend that I am. What's up, Luca? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on the way in. I appreciate that. Where is this Kernhold?
Kernhold is the ancient meeting place of the clan chiefs, and the last safe bastion in a dying land.
Oh.
It lies far to the northwest in a valley not yet touched by the deepening cold.
Maybe I can touch it.
Which will grant you entry into Freyo Valley. The door is hidden, but my sigil will reveal the way. The icebound passage beyond is treacherous, but if you are as capable as the battle with Garnir has shown, then it should be a trifling matter. Traverse the passage and travel north through the valley. Kernhold will be impossible to miss. Once there, present my sigil to the guards and ask to speak to the High Chieftain. Tell them Ulfgar sent you, and maybe your head will remain on your shoulders long enough to speak.
Alright, I'll do it. And they're not going to be confused at all about the fact that I have this like magic mark that opens the hidden way, even though I'm just some guy. I was thinking of starting Twin Star Exorcist once I'm done with Black Clover. I haven't read Twin Star Exorcist. I have read Black Clover. I didn't like it.
You have returned. Is this matter not
I have some
importance to
questions.
Your scouts had many questions too, as their lives hung on by a thread.
That's a very unfriendly way of responding to basic questions. What do you do here? I am the keeper of Frostvale who ensures the unworthy never stumble upon the path to our homeland. I spend my life breath trying to live up to my forefathers' legacy. It is a burden I gladly bear. So do you kill the scouts? Or do you kill lowlanders normally? And why did you aid the scouts?
It is my sworn duty to keep outsiders from reaching the valley. But that duty does not remit offering aid to the helpless. Amatok teaches us to extend a hand to travelers in need. Your scouts were under-equipped and fending off a raging beast marked by the rot. They were doomed if not for my intervention, and we are not at war. If we were enemies under the messenger's light, rest assured that I would have stood on the side of the beast, then dealt with it in turn.
Fair enough.
Your scouts had many questions too, as their lives hung on by a thread.
Why didn't you like Black Clover? A lot of reasons. I found it very generic. I found Asta to be an uninteresting character. I found many of the characters to be highly uninteresting. I disliked how every fight kind of played out the same. I disliked the power creep that exists in that series, where all of the captains at the beginning of the series just feel painfully weak compared to their late game counterparts. There were a lot of problems I had with it. It had like all of the problems of some of the worst shonen that have ever existed. But it was better than Demon Slayer. I'll give you that. Alright, later, boy. Later, fuck boy. Where'd that bird come from? How did I not run into him sooner? There's even a little bit of fog of war in this path. It's gonna piss me off. I still enjoy it, even if the pacing is a bit all over the place at times. I wouldn't say that I didn't enjoy it, just that I never found it all that remarkable. It was just kind of... It was perfectly fine. It was unoffensive, but it was also unremarkable. Can I complain about Diablo 4 for a second in the middle of this Grim Dawn stream? So a problem I have with Diablo 4 is that like your map progress is like account wide. So like if you explore the whole map on one character, it's just revealed for your entire account. And I get why they do that. I get that it's like a live action ARPG thing where they're expecting people to make multiple characters, and some people don't want to re-explore the map every time. And I've even seen a lot of people praise that as like a good thing. And again, I totally get why someone would want that, but I don't. When I'm playing a game like this, you know, map progress is how I track what I've explored and what I haven't. It's how I know whether or not I've hit every dungeon and beaten all the bosses and whatever. When I start a new character in Diablo, I don't want the entire map to already be explored because I've explored it on a different character. I like that, you know, having the map explored is something that benefits people that want that, but I wish there was an option to toggle it off and be like, hey, I'm making a new character. Please don't have the entire map already explored for me. I don't want that. I want to explore it. So Black Clover is an anime that exists for you? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I don't dislike it so much that I would wish that I was like wishing for it to end during its run. But I also don't like it enough that I was excited when new chapters came out, you know? It was just kind of like, okay, a new chapter's there. Okay, it ended. I didn't really care about like either thing happening. The fact that it ended did not bring me sadness, nor did it bring me joy. I will say, I feel that the ending was unearned, and I feel like Asta's goal makes no sense. But I don't want to spoil the ending, so it's like a C or D tier for you. I'd say C. Not quite bad enough for B, but not quite... sorry. Not quite bad enough for D, but not quite good enough for B. So C seems perfect. More skeletons. I love fighting skeletons. I like breaking their bones. Oh, these guys are shooting at me quick. Shooting at me something fierce. Oh, they just keep coming, don't they? They think throwing more skeletons at me will stop my rampage. It won't. Why do some of these guys just like not take damage for first few hits? I don't know if that's like an ability of theirs or a resistance they have to some damage I do. Not that I'm complaining, because I do ultimately kill them, but I'm just curious as to why that's happening. Look at my little hammers. Oh, look at them. They're so cute. Look at my little hammers. I like my little hammers. For me, BL is a... I'm assuming you meant BC. BL is a B. It's a rather enjoyable series for me. I find the power system to be unique, quite unique spin on the usual magic system. I guess... I don't know. I found the power system to be whatever it wanted to be, if that makes sense. Like the author could write whatever power they wanted for a character, and they didn't have to have any kind of real like limitation on what spells they could have. They could just create a new spell whenever they wanted. BL equals Black Clover. Well, why BL and not BC? BL is an acronym for something else, Luca. That BL is already claimed. We already have a BL, and I don't think you want Black Clover associated with what BL is. Although with the relationship between Asta and Yuno, maybe Black Clover is BL. I'm not sure. It sure is grim this dawn. Damn straight. It's grim as hell out here. How you doing, Swizzles? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on your way in. I appreciate that. You can't spawn after I've walked over the stairs already. What is this, the 7,000 steps? What am I, headed up to High Hrothgar? Am I going to run into a troll on the way up? This is what staying up late does to a man. So you did mean BC then, not BL. I'm assuming. Who's this dude? You thought you were tough shit. He was like aura farming up in this corner. He's been standing here for like 100 years waiting for a champion to come to pass. And he just didn't expect to run into me. Do I have enough dynamite that it's worth blowing up this chest? Apparently I had a dynamite, so cool. What blueprint did I just pick up? Seal of Shadows. Good for acid and poison damage, not particularly good for me. When did I pick up dynamite? Or is it using dynamite from my chest? Did they finally make it so you can use chest items when you're out in the field? Blood and Ice. A song of blood and ice. In my 16th winter, I, Takan, make my lone blood pilgrimage to Frostvale. It is only the second time I perform the rite of blood and ice, but I am proud that Algir feels I am ready to do it alone. Proud and heavy with the burden, for I feel my father's gaze upon me. It is my great honor to offer my lifeblood to the ritual stones, a small bit of my blood to renew the bonds of kin and keep the way home lit for the spirits trapped beneath the ice. I do this for all our fallen, but it is my greatest honor to do this for my father, still lying beneath the snow. One day the ice will thaw and we will perform the proper burial rites. My father will cross beyond the veil to be reunited with mother, and when at last I draw my final life breath, I will see him again. Until then, I will do my duty. Do you think there's been like an eternal permafrost going on that they're waiting to pass and it just is not passing? Or is that more of like that journal was written in winter and he's just waiting for spring to come? One thing that I consider both a blessing and a curse is the fact my critical eye has a hard time opening. It goes both ways. It really goes both ways. Like, being someone like me who is pretty hypercritical of everything they read or watch makes it so there's not a ton that you can enjoy. That's not fair. There's plenty of things that I enjoy. I just don't enjoy all things. But the bright side of it is that you can find more enjoyment out of the things that you really like. When did Ned Stark make it to Grim Dawn? Winter is coming. Oh God, winter's coming. Oh my God. Where should winter come? Can winter... I'm not gonna make that joke, never mind. Hang on, I think some skeletons just spawned. Why do you guys keep spawning after I'm done walking by? I want to fight you. They're probably doing it because they're afraid of me. They're like, oh God, oh my God, we have to spawn. We're being paid to spawn, but that guy is like a walking incarnation of death. We got to spawn after he walks by, so there's less of a chance he'll kill us. Because then, like, they still did their contractually obligated spawning that they have to do per their contract that they signed when they got this job, but they don't have to risk dying as much. Because they will die. Again, since they're skeletons. They had a second chance of life, and they wasted it running into me. Still someone shooting at me. There you are. It's hard to see through all this snow. Ooh. The stones are lit. This must be because I have the seal. The way is opening for me. On that front, we're kind of opposites. You're very critical of the media you consume, while I consume media mostly for entertainment without worrying about the critical aspect of it. I mean, to me, like, the critical aspect of it is part of the entertainment. If it holds up to my critical eye, then it is entertaining. If it doesn't hold up to my critical eye, then it isn't entertaining. Open the way. I cometh. Me. Mack. Ooh. Now that is a fancy animation. That was cool. I'm gonna head back to town real quick. Well, actually, I think I'm entering a town right now. But they might not let me use their merchants at first, so I'll sell stuff here. Sure, they have a lot of junk I don't need. Don't need that gun. Don't need that gun. Is this a two-hander? That's a one-hander, but I don't need it because it's weak. That's a two-hander. That's a gun. That's a two-hander. Two-hander. Scepter. Gun. Scepter. Scepter. Offhander. Offhand catalyst. Crossbow. Don't need any of that junk. No thanks. Stinky. Smelly. Mythical Weeping Ruby. Oh, this is a Berserker amulet. A Berserker Soldier amulet. I'll hold on to that for my shared chest, I think. I won't use it myself, but... Ooh, plus 89% fire damage. That's more fire damage, but I lose out on a fair amount of resistances. I'll pass. It's not too much extra fire damage. What is it that I had that I still don't have fire damage on? There's something that I don't have fire damage on. We have to remedy that problem. I think I don't need these feathers. Hopefully I won't need them for a different quest. But I think I only needed them for the one quest, so... Back a few steps, I discovered Twin Star Exorcist through the Versus Battle Wiki. I've seen it. I've seen it on the Jump app. I just haven't read it. I know it exists, but I haven't read it. I've read a ton of manga, and there's probably around 10 or maybe 15 that I don't enjoy. I'm the type to find enjoyment in most stories. I'd say I'm fairly... I am difficult to truly please. It is hard for me to find stories that I like fully and genuinely enjoy, but it's not like just because I don't love a series that I don't still enjoy it, you know? There's plenty of like series running in Jump right now that I'm like, it's not that great, but I still enjoy reading the new chapters that come out. I was think about that Demon Slayer video you did, the vid that made me that vid made me discover this gold. Well, thank you, Yusuf. I'm glad it's still present in your memory and that you still find enjoyment in it. How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on your way, and I appreciate that. Like there's a couple series running in Jump. Like one of the series that started in Jump fairly recently. It's called Kinato's Magic. Is that it? Kinato's Magic. Or, I feel like I'm getting the name wrong. My English is so bad. Sorry. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. I didn't mean to make you feel bad about it if I did. Yeah, there's actually, let's see. Current series in Jump right now that I would say I don't think are very good, but that I enjoy anyway. Roku's House of Oddities, Under Doctor, Animal Signal, Cannon Master, Drawn to the Fire, Howl Formula, Kinato's Magic, Shinobi Undercover, Witch Watch. None of these are like remarkable series. I'll probably forget about them like a couple years after they inevitably get cut. They'll just vacate my brain. But they're not bad. They're just like not particularly remarkable. I still find enjoyment in reading the chapters. I just don't care about them that much. I'd say it's hard for me to find like a manga or a game or a show that I just genuinely don't like. It's rare. How do I... There we go. Got all the fucking shortcuts because I haven't played this game in a while. Oh, this is a ring that I forgot about. I'll sell that. Put that in the shared chest. We'll make my Berserker junk that I'll probably never end up using. Are you invested in like sports or politics? Politics to the extent that I need to. Like, I guess I don't get super involved with like super specific politicians, but I care enough about politics that I get physically uncomfortable when I hear Donald Trump speak. And I don't really care about sports at all. I like hockey, but I don't follow it, I wouldn't say. I just enjoy it when I see it. Have you ever heard of Star Strike It Rich? No, I haven't. And amongst them is Demon Slayer and Starfield. Yeah, like those are great examples of like, those are series that I found like, that's a series in a game that I found like actively unenjoyable, you know? I only read completed manga now, so anything ongoing isn't on my radar at all. I've read almost 650 manga, and manga like Black Clover are the ones I can still enjoy while knowing it fails slightly. Yeah, so like Black Clover, again, it's not a series that I like disliked. I just don't really care about it that much. I still found it entertaining nonetheless.
See you around.
I found some new stuff. I should see if there's anything I want to use for cosmetics, because that's what this game is really about. Finding the right cosmetics. There's been some cool axes I've picked up. I just sold kind of a nifty looking axe. Where is it? No way it's this far back. Where's that new axe I just... That's not it. That thing's horrible looking. No shade to the designers. I just don't like it. That hammer's pretty cool. Oh, here it is. Here's the axe I just found. That thing's pretty cool. That thing's got a pretty sick design. What about outfits? Are there any new outfits I found? Probably. It's a pretty cool hat. That's a pretty cool hat. I like that. Gonna be a lot of new aesthetic things. I like that. That's pretty cool. The best thing about a new expansion is finding all the new vanity items you can use. I found a pretty cool looking shield earlier. That thing's pretty slick. I don't want to change my look right now. Are you caught up with One Piece? If so, what do you think about the latest character reveal? I like it. It's a very unique and interesting design. It's very different for One Piece. Very different for One Piece. I'm curious to see where it'll go. Star Strike Get Rich is a martial art manga about an underground fighting ring made up of women. That sounds like a cool concept. I like it in concept. I didn't mean to go to this portal. This is not where I meant to go. Let me break up all of your burial stones as I come into your sacred city where outsiders aren't allowed. I'm sure that'll look really good for me. The Kern are a people built on power, strength, fortitude. I'm dying as I stand in this aether fire. The two things I don't have good resistance to are aether damage and poison acid. Actually, my vitality damage sucks right now. Shit. Any hot takes on One Piece? Hot takes. Hot takes on One Piece. I guess the fact that I fucking hate the One Piece anime is still a hot take, technically. I feel like a lot more people have come around on that one compared to when I made my video about it. I think the One Piece anime is a terrible adaptation of an otherwise great series. That's not really what you were looking for, though. You're probably looking for, like, story hot takes. I guess my hot take is that, like, advanced hockey has been a bit of a mistake. I think it overly complicated things and made things confusing for a lot of people. And was in many ways just kind of unnecessary. But it's very much like a power creep thing of, like, shonen fans expect some kind of, like, power-up reveal, and hockey didn't have a good one, so Oda had to come up with something. Hockey feels a bit too cheesy. Cheesy in what way? People have only come around on your One Piece anime take because Toei is acknowledging the anime as ass. It is so fucking funny to me. So fucking funny to me that, like, when I made my like video about how the One Piece adaptation is terrible, everybody like came out of the woodworks to talk about how my takes were awful and how I was wrong about everything. And then Toei has over time continually done things to basically suggest that like they knew the problems and I was right about them. Like there's an anime remake coming with better pacing. They've improved the animation. The sound effects have started to evolve. They switched to a seasonal model. Everything I complained about, every single thing I've complained about has somehow been responded to by Toei in some way. And people still want to tell me I'm wrong about it. My hot take is that the Straw Hats are the worst characters in every arc that didn't focus on them. They all legit suck outside of their first arc. That is a hot take that I strongly disagree with. I would disagree with that a lot. It feels as if hockey is a generic kitchen sink power system of One Piece. I think I still don't really understand what you mean. I'm sorry, if the anime has more episodes than the source material has chapters, 15 pages, then it's poorly adapted, to say the least. Ooh, oh. Things are getting dicey up in here. I might have to call it the boys. Stop that. Stop doing that thing you're doing. I feel like Zoro sucks now. I strongly disagree with that. I know a lot of people don't like how he's more serious now, but I really disagree. I think Zoro's transition into a more serious character is a necessary change for like how serious the stakes have gotten. Someone on the crew had to fulfill that role, and it makes sense for it to be Zoro. I don't even like this high budget animation they've done in post Whole Cake Island. I don't either. Like, it depends. It depends, because like some things are better than others, but a lot of it is like way too over the top and like not really faithful to the source pages or panels. They don't have the heart of whatever they're adapting. They're just like flashy for the sake of being flashy. Like Garp's Galaxy Fist is a great example of like, it's just like super flashy and colorful, but doesn't really represent what happened in the manga. Think of it this way, a new power is introduced, it can be A, B, C, but later it goes to A, B, C, D, and then A, B, C, D, E, and so on, and that's how hockey feels. Still don't understand Luca. I think I understand Luca a little bit because it's similar to my complaint about how hockey has kind of a power creep problem. The issue that I have with hockey is that early on, hockey was established with like very consistent and understandable and easily understandable rules. It was like armament hockey makes your skin hard, lets you touch logias. Observation hockey lets you kind of sense others and predict attacks. Conqueror's hockey lets you knock motherfuckers out. Very simple, very straightforward. But then you get into the advanced shit, and it's like advanced observation hockey lets you like damage the interior of what you're attacking. Advanced observation lets you see the future, but only sort of. Advanced conquerors lets you do the same thing as advanced armament, but better and stronger. Like it's so vague and like hard to parse, you know. Zoro wasted in Wano. Couldn't disagree less. Sanji wasted in Whole Cake Island. Usopp was wasted in Elbaf. Elbaf isn't done yet. Frankie was wasted in Egghead. I think people need to let go of the idea of characters having their own individual arcs post time skip. That's my problem. I don't think the things that you're voicing, I disagree with it. I'm not going to say it's not real because that's your opinion, but I disagree with it. I just think people need to let go of the idea that like each character is going to have some major character arc in their own separate arc. That's not really something that Oda ever established or set us up to expect. It's just a thing that the fans created on their own and that Oda didn't follow through with because that's not the story he was writing, you know? Like the Straw Hats have their character arcs within their own like individual introduction arcs. They don't have like an individual secondary arc later on. That's something that the fans kind of expected and didn't get. I think Frankie's tits need to be bigger. Agreed. Definitely agreed. It's natural. There's only so much you can do with Luffy's Devil Fruit. Devil Fruit, a universal power Dragon Ball like super power system was needed for late One Piece. See, I agree. I think like Haki. This is why I said that advanced Haki is the problem. I think Haki was a necessary addition to the world to make characters like Zoro able to stand up against like late game Devil Fruit users. I just think that advanced Haki has been a problem. Basic Haki was perfect. It was great. It was exactly what the series needed. It's the advanced stages of Haki that have gotten a bit fucky and muddled. Haki as a concept by itself was good. It was perfect. Advanced Haki is where things have gotten weird. I think Usopp sucks as a character. Strong disagree, and that Skeleton Man shouldn't exist and is pointless. Can a bitch not have a comic relief character? I get that people are frustrated that Brook doesn't have as much depth as a lot of the other characters, but he's entertaining. Again, I think it's like a fan expectation that like every Straw Hat would have the same depth as the last, but ultimately they don't all have to. I've hated everything about Yamato as a character. Thank God she didn't join the crew. I wasn't the biggest fan of Yamato, but I wouldn't say that I hated her. Haki's kind of like JJBA was... So is Haki kind of like if JJBA was one continuous story and never had a power scaling reset every part? I guess? Kinda, yeah. Like you ran into a wall with Haki where there was almost like a... I don't know. It was like there was only one way to go up with like Haki, where it was like you just kind of got better at using it. And so advanced Haki was created as like you're so good at using it that it becomes like a different power, and it's just kind of become muddied as a result. I think One Piece just sucks. Okay, I mean, if you just don't like One Piece, then it is what it is. I happen to like One Piece, so I'm inevitably going to disagree with a lot of your opinions since I just like One Piece. From what I understand, you're a very substance over concept kind of guy. You have a hard time talking about something that is a work in progress state compared to something that is made / currently being made. I think we need to let authors cook. We need to see where things go before we make a final decision on them. You know, we have this cycle with One Piece where every single arc, people say that the current arc sucks until it finishes, and then you have droves of people coming in and saying it was their favorite arc ever. People speak really highly of Egghead now. People loved Egghead now, but 10 weeks into Egghead, people were saying it sucked. And the same thing happened with Wano. And the same thing happened with Whole Cake. And the same thing happened with Dressrosa. And the same thing is currently happening with Elbaf. I've seen this cycle happen over and over and over again. So I will always be the guy who says, let's see what happens. Because I have seen this happen over and over and over again. And it's happening right now with Dandadan, same as Skippy's saying. People get bored during the midsection of an arc. They enjoy the exposition, they enjoy the beginning, they enjoy the climax, they enjoy what it builds up to. They don't enjoy the middle section where the building happens. They enjoy it retrospectively, but they don't enjoy it in action. I enjoy it in action. I enjoy it as it happens, but a lot of people don't. And I think they need to just not read weekly if they're not up for that. I'm up for it. I like reading weekly. I like being able to have the time to think about things, consider things, and wrap my mind around things. But a lot of people seem to not enjoy that, you know? When One Piece has been this formulaic, it's normal for fans to demand this kind of expectation. I mean, has anyone's dream the crew's ever been mentioned again since the debut arc? Yeah. Yeah, I would say it has. Zoro's, for example, has come up. Frankie's is like a continuous thing that is, oh god, just, oh my god, what the fuck just happened? I don't know what just happened. What happened with Nami's maps? She's making it as they travel. What happened to the all blue? It's a natural part of their exploration. Did Chopper make any progress as a doctor? He cured 2 different plagues during Wano. I think there's a difference between something not being overtly mentioned and something not straight up not happening. People, I think, One Piece fans tie way too much of like a character's dream into like them fighting battles, for example. People like to pretend that like Frankie's done nothing since the time skip happened, but we were shown during Whole Cake Island that the ship would literally have sunk without him, you know? He rebuilt all of the ships that they needed to invade Onigashima in Wano. There's lots of things like that where I feel like people just kind of ignore feats that aren't convenient for them to prove their point about what they're trying to say. I hated Saul's return, too cheesy. Okay, I think we're getting into the realm of just complaining about One Piece and me as a One Piece fan having to respond to it, and I don't really want to be sitting here defending One Piece the whole stream. So if we could move on to a different subject, I think I'd be happy. You guys don't like One Piece and I do, and that's okay. I don't know what I got killed by. These guys are fine now. I can't read weekly. My brain can't contain that many stories alongside whatever I'm currently reading. I had up to 70 ongoing manga that I was reading at once, and it was too much. I mean, that does sound like too much. I think I balance like 20 total ongoing manga. There's everything going on in Jump, and then there's Gachi Yakuta, Shadows, Shadows of the Demon Realm? Demons from the Shadow Realm. Something like that. Demons of the Shadow Realm. It's a terrible name. Witch Hat Atelier, Kingdom, Berserk. I don't read that many ongoing manga. I already mentioned Witch Hat. The reason I wanted to speak to you about my stories is because your input has been very impactful for them, specifically Grim Codex. I'm glad I can help. I like talking about writing. I think Chainsman always sucked and Demon Slayer is good. Also, Thorfinn has no character development. Okay, Preston is rage baiting. Preston is just rage baiting now. That's cool. What the fuck? What did I... Okay. I have to be more careful of these guys, apparently. Something they're doing is just like instant killing me. You're so powerful now, huh, streamer? 1v1 me, Bill. 1v1 me in this PvP-less game. Opinion on Attack on Titan? It's fine. It's fine, and the ending was okay. I liked Attack on Titan. I enjoyed it. I think the reactions to the ending are overblown. I think that the reaction to most endings in the past like 3 or 5 years really have been overblown. I feel that people react to manga endings the way that they do because it doesn't end the way that they want it to, as compared to there being an actual voiceable problem with the ending, you know. Ending legit ruined Aaron's character for me. I think it was perfectly consistent and made a lot of sense ultimately. It just wasn't what people wanted Aaron to be. Okay, so I have to watch it. They did like a jumping attack and like stabbed into the ground, and something about that just like instantly killed me. So I have to be careful of that. Maybe I should bring out the boys.
Can't do that yet.
Come on, my boys will keep me safe. There is PvP. You have to be in multiplayer. There's PvP. Well, I didn't know that until a second ago. So sorry, I lied. We all know I'm a dirty liar. We've known it since the Demon Slayer video, so don't act surprised now. Remember when I talked about Alice's operation, you said it felt like it was done mostly for shock value, so I changed it. Instead of having it start in the first episode, it'll have it happen in the second episode. I mean, you know, like I said, there's value in mysteries. You don't want to just reveal why something happens immediately. You also don't want to drag out mysteries to never be revealed ever. You don't want to do the... Who was it that said the mystery box thing? You don't want to do the mystery box thing, whoever that guy was. That's just obnoxious. And we got some kind of boss. Some boss. How do you have time omnipotent powers and you think mass genocide is a solution in putting your friend's life in danger? Okay, well, if you think he has time omnipotent powers, then I think we can immediately come to the conclusion that you misunderstand how that works. But I am not going to relitigate Attack on Titan's ending right now. I'm immediately going to put a moratorium on that whole situation. This is why I never voice my opinion on the ending, because I don't want to argue with people about it. I do not give a fuck. I do not care enough about anime to argue with people about it at all. He can influence past events and see the future. Yes, but no, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Discussion over. Again, I'm not going to argue with you about this. You cannot bait me into doing it. You dislike Attack on Titan, and that's fine. I don't need to convince you otherwise. Have you ever read anything from Shonen Sunday, Mac? I may have. I'm not sure what's come out of Shonen Sunday. Sometimes I read manga and I don't know what publication it's from. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful loot. Look at it all. Yummy, yummy loot. Mac, can you power scale debate me on Memog versus Eye of Cthulhu in Pal World? Memog low diffs, just runs circles around until the Eye of Cthulhu gets tired and falls down. Haven't started reading it, Preston. What the fuck? Okay, this is, I'm guessing, Phantasmal Blades. Arcanist. This is an Arcanist set piece. Oh, another blueprint. Ruby of Elemental Balance. 74% fire damage. It buffs all elements. Cold, burn. Oh no, it skips lightning. Explosive strike. Old Rex's flash freeze. I don't know what masteries those refer to. I've been reading a lot of Shonen Sunday recently, and so many of the mangas in it are amazing. Some of my all-time favorites so far are in Sunday. What are some of them? Give me some names. I'll tell you if I know them. So the main reason I haven't started reading Golden Sun is twofold. The first is that so the main reason I finally started reading Red Rising is because a friend of mine was reading it. And she hasn't finished it yet, so I was kind of like, I'll just wait. I'll wait until she gets further along so we can talk about it. I don't want to like read the whole series before she's like finished the first book, which she's almost done with the first book. It's just that she's been moving, so she hasn't been reading as much. The second facet of it is that we're reading Black Science in the manga book club, and I'm still reading through that. So I've just been like, well, you know, I want to wait for my friend to finish Red Rising, and I still need to read Black Science. So I've just been reading Black Science instead. And Black Science is great comic series. I recommend it for people. I'm curious to hear other people's thoughts on it. I think Bra's been enjoying it, but no one else has really voiced their opinions yet. I don't know freezing. It's 5 a.m. here in Egypt, and I'm 20 years old, and I have to go back to work in like 5 hours, but this is worth it. Hell yeah. Legend. Absolute legend. Why is YouTube auto-translating words? Freerin. Oh my god, you're right. It translated freezing to Freerin. That's annoying. Okay, I do know Freerin, and I love Freerin. Freerin's great. I haven't started Black Science yet. It's so good. You gotta. Well, I was gonna say you only have a few days left, but you basically only read, bro. You just read constantly all day, so I'm sure you'll catch up in time. Opinion on JJK. So I like JJK, but I recognize that it's you know, I'm mostly entertained by like the fights and the spectacle of it. The story and characters are not particularly remarkable, but it is very entertaining to me. Looks like Freerin to me. We got freezing. I don't know why we got freezing, but we got freezing. I forgot there's an active book club in the server. Yeah, and I've been partaking lately. For the past 3 months, I've been partaking. We read Coffee Moon, which was good at first, but then kind of became aimless and weird. We read Uma Musume Cinderella Grey, which I actually haven't finished yet, but is so far pretty mid. And now we're reading Black Science, my suggested one. And Black Science is a comic book series that I read a few years ago that I liked a lot. And so far, I like it again. I think it's really good. I think it's really solid. I'm gonna sell stuff again. That shield is crazy cool looking. I won't use it, but I might vanity it. That's a pretty cool ring. Not gonna use it, but I should have eaten something before I started this stream because I'm very hungry now. Oh, I picked up some lore I didn't read. Shit, I didn't realize. Guys, there's more lore to be read. I know everyone loves when I stop to read lore. Stone Father Helm. Who does this benefit? Oh, this is an Oathkeeper set. Oh my god! Oh my god, it's Oathkeeper set! Oh! Oh, it's got big fire damage. Oh my god, I found something good. I found something really good. I found Oathkeeper set stuff. Gives bonus fire damage. Bonus burn damage. Bonus physical damage. Poison and acid resistance! Poison and acid resistance, baby! Oh, fuck yeah. I gotta get to level 94 so I can wear that. That's fucking sick. I was looking at these the other day, so sad there isn't an acid poison set like that. It looks pretty perfect for my build. Stone Father. That's gonna be sick. Mac, what? Did you watch the World Cup? No, I haven't. Luca, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Catch you in the next stream. Have you read / watched World Trigger? I haven't. I've heard good things about it, but I haven't read it myself. What do you think of Lirio dying in Hunter x Hunter's newest chapter? He got hungover and drank water, and because of osmosis, he died of alcohol poisoning. Happens to the best of us. The rot consumes as always. Good night, Skippy. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate you. I got a lot of these shields. I'm so happy about that helmet. I really want to get to level 94 now. Because that is fucking sick. I rarely find, like, set items that I actually want to use. That's fucking sick. This is Berserker Shaman helmet. See, Berserker Shaman seems like it would probably be a pretty good combo. I'm gonna say that for my shared chest. For my inevitable Berserker that I make. What is this, level 94 item? Yeah. For when my inevitable Berserker run character makes it to level 90 fucking 4. I joke, but that probably will happen. I think I had a helmet in here I was gonna use. I'm probably not gonna keep it anymore. Yeah. Yeah, the helmet I just picked up is way better. This is pretty good though. Just not for right now. Why do I have 2 boots in here? 56% fire damage. No, 89% fire damage. Some extra skill points. This one is better. Yeah. Well, I think this one is better, actually. I'll sell this one. You know, I'll keep them both. I'll keep them both and see how it affects my DPS.
See anything you like? Iron well spent.
Grinding levels seems like a pain at levels such as yours. It's actually not that bad because if you really want to grind levels, if you want to just get the levels really quickly, the roguelike dungeon, the Shattered Realm from Forgotten Gods, gives you a shit ton of XP. Like, if you can reach like Shard 10 in Shattered Realms, you get like 2 full levels, even at my level. Katakuri Circus, Sobotai must be destroyed. Touch, Inuyasha, all these are Sunday manga. Okay, well, I know Inuyasha and Katakuri Circus, but I haven't read either of them. I can feel Mack usually can tell when I'm lying. I can tell by the tone for the most part. Looking forward to your thoughts on it if you ever get to reading World Trigger. World Trigger I'm mixed on. I think it takes a little too long to get where it's trying to go. Pacing-wise, the first season of the anime was horrendous. It's made by Toei, which... Oh, well then, yeah, of course it's going to be bad then. But I'd say World Trigger's pacing is decent. Most of all, it's entertaining. Is the manga pacing better than the anime, or is it just the anime that's rough? Mack's favorite character in Demon Slayer must be Zenitsu. Do you follow other anime/gaming creators? I follow lots of creators. I love YouTube is my primary form of entertainment. I just watch YouTube videos. Occasionally, I'll watch like an actual show. But I usually just watch fucking YouTube videos, man. I love YouTube. That's why I make YouTube videos, because I love this format. Oh, there's lore. There's lore I'm going to read. Part 3 of this guy's notes. The parchment is quite old and faded by time. I grow more suspicious of our guide as the days pass. Though I am unfamiliar with the lay of the land, I am quite positive our intended destination, a citadel called Kernhold, was northwest of Fort Icon. Yet by my calculations, we continued to travel due north along the river's edge. When I confronted Bjor about our route, he refused to address my concerns and was quick to point out that I have very little experience in the wild, a fact I cannot refute. Worse yet, my assistant Buxley wandered off in the early hours of the morning. I suspect he intended to bathe himself in a nearby stream as he left his furs in a heap near his bedroll. I certainly can't blame him. It has been several days since I have bathed, and I fear the scent of these putrid furs may never wash off. Unfortunately, it seems he has gone and gotten himself lost. I fear for the boy, as his nature is softer even than my own. Ever so helpful, our guide Bjor refuses to search for Buxley, claiming the gods forbade us to leave our path as some such foolishness. Even now, I have ordered us to hold in camp until Buxley's return. Bjor grumbles and curses, cutting cutting me down with his eyes as he sharpens his weapon. His weapon, which I had not noticed before, is nothing more than a humble stick. A stick which he insists on sharpening daily. I once observed him using his teeth to peel pieces from it until he caught me watching and resumed the task with a jagged rock. These are strange folk indeed. Bro's gonna run out of stick if he keeps sharpening it every day. Though I hope not to leave Buxley behind, we will soon continue our journey. I must reach Kernhold so that I can complete my task here and return to the comfort and safety of the Empire. Buxley's fucking dead, bro. Dead. I haven't reached Forgotten Gods yet. I'm still on Ashes. Forgotten Gods is a hoot. It's my favorite content of the game. Maybe Fangs of Ashkron will replace it, but Forgotten Gods is really fucking good. I just got to Burrow Hole and allied with them to get the Wendigo thing the witches needed. Bill did not side with them. I know that because he has an achievement for it. I did side with them because I thought I would probably just kill them later. I also thought they were shady. They're not trustworthy, but I decided to side with them anyway. I haven't read the manga itself, but I believe it's much better. The anime storyboards and times were extremely awkward. I see. I should have allied with them. They have poison gear. Forget the ethics of it. I want the gear. Gobbles? Goblin these nuts? What are these guys called? All right, I am getting lightheaded. I need something to snack on while I stream. I'll be right back. I don't want to stop streaming, but I'm so hungry. I need something to eat. I got some granola. Although what I'm eating right now is an M&M's. I grabbed a handful of M&M's off my kitchen counter, and then I grabbed some granola. Rank Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and The Wire. I haven't watched The Wire, so I can't rank it. I would say Breaking Bad is above Better Call Saul, but I like them both a lot. I'd say they're just very different. I also really like Better Call Saul. I also really like El Camino, and I like Pluribus. I like anything that Vince Gilligan makes. I think Vince Gilligan is fucking awesome. If you guys haven't watched Pluribus, Vince Gilligan's new show, recommend it. It's great. See, a lot of these guys are leaving behind aether pools as they die, and my aether resistance is not great. So that is going to cause me some trouble up here. But I'll be okay. Sopranos. I would put Sopranos below Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. But again, I also really like The Sopranos. Sopranos is great. It's not below them because it's like objectively worse in any way. I just like Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad more. The Sopranos gains a lot of points for me because of the memes. Sopranos memes are fucking primo. Level 93, let's go. One level away from using my sick new helmet. Oh, this guy's gonna be tough. Oh god, I've died. It just like, it happens so fast sometimes, you know? You're okay 1 second and then you're dead the next. I was keeping an eye on my health because this guy was big, but... Alright, let's see. What do I want to put more points into right now? Should probably keep dumping points into Smite. Or... I need resilience. Why don't I have... Oh, I did have points into resilience. I thought it said 0, but it did not. Whatever. Still good to put points into resilience. Resilience is great. I have not watched Dexter. Why is there just a random Aether pool right here? What's going on there? Who out here leaking they Aether all over the floor like it's just a fucking thing to do? All right, where's that big fuck? All right, now I've got Ascendance on my side. I need to kill his ads. Oh, there's so many of them. This camp is full of fuckers. And that's how we do it.
Can't do that yet.
That's a dead creature right there. Breaking Bad is much better, IMO. I like The Sopranos, but I can't watch it with anyone. Too much nudity. I don't think it's much better. I think they're both very high quality series. I would say like Breaking Bad has a much more like consistent vision for its story. There's a very like clear line of events, whereas with Sopranos, it kind of feels like there's like one story that happens and then the next story that happens and the next story that happens. Like they don't feed into each other as well as they do with Breaking Bad. And that's not really a bad thing. It's just a thing that to me makes it somewhat lesser, but not greatly lesser. You know what I mean? Breaking Bad starts slow. Saul doesn't slow down, but doesn't reach the same peaks. Dexter starts amazing, but the last 3 seasons are made. The Sopranos just does the same things recycled every season. I don't think it's recycled every season. I would disagree with that. Just grab a fucking spoon for this granola or something. I'm making a mess.
Hello there, friend.
Hello there, friend. Thank you for getting me out of that cage. Not every day you run into a lowland, and much less one saving your life. I don't suppose you'd be willing to lend me a hand once more, eh? What else could I do? You see, I'm a courier. I was making my way out of Kernhold to deliver a crate of weapons to a settlement down south. You probably never heard of it being an Arulian, but it's an important border town. Trouble started almost immediately when I ran into a pack of Grobles. One group is no big deal, but they usually scatter as soon as you pick one off. But I was unprepared for the larger ambush down the road. Little thieves made off with my delivery and locked me in here for God knows what reason. Probably keeping my meat fresh for later. That is until you happen along. I'm beat, so I'll be returning to Kernhold and calling it a loss. But if you were to recover the crate from me, I'll pay you a finder's fee. What do you say? All right, I'll help you. Hot take, Jesse Pinkman is a mid character. That is a very hot take that I strongly disagree with. I'm gonna hit that one with a strongly disagree. Jesse is an extremely well-written character who, without him, Breaking Bad would be a much different show. I would agree that Better Call Saul doesn't reach the same high, like peaks as Breaking Bad, but I also think just the goals are different. Like Better Call Saul is a much like slower burn series, and like of course it's not going to reach like the fucking peaks of like Walt versus Gustavo. It's just not doing that. You know, it's not the same thing. It reaches a different kind of peaks, if you will. Like fucking chicanery is just an insane episode, and the chicanery speech is fucking peak, you know? But it's very different. It's very different from what Breaking Bad's trying to do. And it's doing what it is doing very well. Oh, did I miss a character back here? Oh, it looks like I did. Who's this? Muldruff?
What are you doing in my house?
I've got enough trouble as it is. Just get out. Why is it so cold around you? Oh, noticed, have you? I'll have you know it's a curse. A curse? It was my wife, Lenorith, ex-wife now. Neither of us wanted the marriage, but it was arranged by our parents. Lenorith always seemed a bit unstable, but my family was poor, and my father believed marriage would do me good. Shows what he knows. I figured we would not be a match, but I never took her for a hag. After our wedding, she bewitched my dog into a deer and chased him away. Okay. When I insisted she turn him back, she became violent and stormed out into a blizzard. One of the worst storms I've seen in years. I can still hear her chilling words carried upon the wind. May you be forever lost in the cold and dark. How awful. Can I help? You would do that for a complete stranger? I come to accept this curse would be... Sorry, I spit a little bit. With me forever. I know Lenorith now lives in Kernhold, but I can't even get near the beloved city without my hands turning to ice. Please speak to her on my behalf. I doubt she even remembers me anymore. Maybe she will take mercy and remove this dreaded curse. I'll see what I can do. Castoran Flood. Sidecast of Breaking Bad clears Better Call Saul. No, I disagree. I think the side characters in Better Call Saul are very good. Fucking love Lalo. Fucking love Nacho. You get a better focus on Mike? Lalo's more intriguing villain to me than Gus. So I would say, I don't think Lalo's more compelling as an antagonist, but he is more compelling as a character. Because I love Lalo. He's just so fun. He's so fun to watch and so, like, intimidating at the same time. The Castoran Flood. Remembered in the tales of the eldest ancestors, Lothalak the hunter was born among a tribe now forgotten who dwelt upon the banks of the Voldor River. One spring, when the river should have run fierce and full, its waters dwindled day by day until only trickle remained. Troubled by this omen, the tribe sent a band of hunters to seek the river's source and learn what had become of its waters. Among them traveled the young Lothalak, already renowned for his skill with the bow. After a day's journey, they beheld a mighty barrier of timber unlike anything the Kern had ever seen. Upon it sat many Castorans, watching as though they had awaited the hunters' coming. As the hunters drew near, the Castorans scurried to either side and, working together, drew huge logs acting as pins from the heart of the structure. At once the dam burst open, unleashing a roaring wall of water and loose timber. The hunters fled, but, none could outrun the flood. Only Lothalak survived, having scaled the tallest tree he could find. Though the torrent tore the tree from the earth, it endured long enough to bear him downstream until the waters calmed. At last, Lothalak reached dry land and made his way home. Yet where his village had stood, nothing remained but mud. No hall, no hearth, nor any trace whose people could be found. The flood had claimed them all. There, amid the ruin of his tribe, Lothalak swore a mighty oath. He would become the greatest hunter the Karn had ever known. And for every soul lost to the cursed Castorans, 100 of their kind would fall by his hand. Well, did he do it? Max, what's the worst character assassination you've ever seen in any manga? That's a good question. I'll think about it. I just remembered that I have leftover taquitos in the fridge. I'm going to go reheat some and continue eating those as I play. I'll be right back. I'm back. Lalo ain't that far from God's. Oh, I already know that one. Also, Mike gets a much more fleshed out story. That scene where he talks about his son and he broke him is such a great scene. It's a great way to showcase how good of an actor Jonathan Banks is, because a lot of people I think today think him as just the grumbly old man because that's how he gets typecast. But the man's been acting for like his entire life, and he's genuinely really good. He just plays the grumbly old man character really well, but he can do much more than that. He used to be a comedian, you know. Or act in comedies, at least. Jonathan Banks always seems like, also just seems like such a sweet man. Like in every interview and anytime he's like with other cast members, he just seems like such a sweet guy. It's so funny because it's so different from like how Mike acts, but like Jonathan is just like very emotional and kind. You might enjoy Itsuwari Bito Mack. It's a shonen manga I shill all the time. I think it's extremely underrated. I don't think I've even heard of it. What's the premise? Tell me about it. While I eat these taquitos. I rewatch the Demon Slayer video occasionally to get a good chuckle. The Zenitsu part is too good. I'm glad you like it. I'm proud of that video. It's a fun watch. Jonathan reminds me of Sylvester Stallone for some reason. I can see that. Isn't Sylvester Stallone also like super based? I think he has like a gay son and he's just like super duper supportive of him. It's either that or he's a giant fucking loser. It's one or the other. There's like two directions that like older movie stars go. They are either like incredibly base and cool, or they're right wing grifter losers, fuck asses, you know. Let me look up. Let me just look up Sylvester Stallone gay and see if anything comes up about that. Maybe he hasn't been very public about this. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking of. These taquitos are fucking good, man. I was at a farm yesterday. I was visiting a farm yesterday for work. For like a educational event. And they had it was catered. And they had these guys came with their taquitos and other foods. But taquitos are what I'm eating right now. And I guess they got more food than there were people that showed up, so they like offered us to-go boxes, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm taking more of these things. These things are fucking great. And I took them with me. Just like that. And now I have to keep those. I don't know, I'm trying to think of character assassinations I can think of, Yusuf, that none come to mind, like, right at the front of my head, but like I obviously know that that there are some I can think of, but just, there's none that are coming to me right now. Weapons crate. Oh, that's for the guy. Do I have to take it back to the camp, or is he going to go back to current hold? I'll try to take it back to him. Are you thinking of Arnold the bodybuilder? I can't spell his second name. I can't spell his second name. I'd be called racist. No. I think Schwarzenegger's okay. I think he's chill. He's still here? No, he left. He probably went back to current hold. Sorry guys, I'm reading chat slow because I'm in the middle of eating. You have to forgive me. It was either I eat in the middle of the stream, which I don't really like doing because I know it's annoying. And I don't really like being seen while I eat, which is a weird quirk of mine. So, but it was either eat on stream or end the stream. I don't really want to end the stream because I'm having fun, so. Oh. Ichiwatabito is about a kid who lies a lot and sees through deceit easily because of that. The kid told the truth about something he shouldn't have when he was younger, and it caused a catastrophe. I really love the characters and how the lies are told, and how the lies that are told affect people. I also love how the story of each character is told. Interesting. Yeah, you try to force me to be on cam when I ate? Curious. I want to subject you to the torment that I experience. You know what they say? Pass it on. the torment. The suffering. Mac, how do you think Sanji would use the One Wish Willow in comparison to Bear? Bear. I haven't watched Obsession, I'm sorry. Go through the gate! What the fuck's going on? There we go. I'm not sharing my food with you, Luna. Luna's sitting on my desk and staring at me because she wants my food. I don't blame her. These taquitos smell good. That's not very woke of you, Mac. Bill is revoking your liberal card. You can have it. I don't attend the meetings anyway. Any big videos on videos you plan on doing something like the Demon Slayer video or an AOT or One Piece would do numbers? Nah, nothing on anime right now. I'm working on a travel video and a video game video, but nothing about anime at the moment. You fuckers! Stop setting up these dams! Let the humans do the buildings! Why do beavers build dams? Do we know? I'm sure science has figured it out, but at the same time, science has not figured out a lot of things. And we're just kind of like, yeah, we don't really know why these animals do that. They're just gonna do it. I feel like beavers building dams might be one of those things. Like, do we know why beavers build dams? Or it's just kind of like, yeah, they be doing that. I don't know. Bitches be building. Do you play horror games? I recently played Resident Evil 2. And that was quite a spooky experience for me. But generally, no. I'm quite a scared pussy when it comes to horror stuff. Oh, you specified indie. Sorry. No, I really don't. I played Routine, or I've been playing Routine, and I like Routine a lot. Routine's a great game. But not a lot of horror in my life. To calm the rivers, so it goes from a river to kind of pond-ish, if that makes sense. They're trying to create like a more abundant water source. Is that what they're doing? Sorkar Saga Part 1. The first saga. Behold the saga of Bal Aigen, whose name was once Sorkar, and whose strength was known before he knew his own shadow. In his infancy, the omens gathered thick about him. As a babe, he gripped with such force that wood split and stone groaned beneath his grasp. The elders whispered that no cradle could contain him. When first he found his feet and strode unsteady into the world, fate tested him. He fell into the village well, vanishing down its black throat. From that darkness rose the shrieks of monstrous rats, ancient things that had gnawed the roots of the earth itself. The villagers heard the splashing, the snarling, and then silence. And then the child returned. He climbed from the well, slick with blood not his own, bearing the carcasses of the beasts across his small shoulders. Holy shit. The stones of the well were scored where his fingers had found purchase. From that day forth, none spoke of him as merely a boy. Years passed and Sorkar grew as storm clouds grew, heavy with promise and violence. No contest stood long before him. No beast that prowled the hills returned unbroken. Yet his greatest trial came when the sky itself turned hostile. From the horizon swarmed ravens the size of war horses, their beaks and claws thrashing in the darkness. Panic seized the village, but Sorkar did not flee. He strode into the storm of wings. He seized the beasts from the air, shattered their beaks in his grasp, and dashed their bodies upon the rocks. The river frothed red where he cast them, and the rapids carried their ruin far down river. When at last the sky cleared, it was Sorkar alone who stood beneath them. The elders bowed their head, and their daughters, fairest of the hearth fires, looked upon him as not as a one man, but as a force of nature given flesh. And so he was granted both their hands in marriage. For it was said no single life could contain him, and no single bond could match the magnitude of his being. He who climbed from dark, bearing death, scourge of the swarm. This was but the beginning of his legend. Holy shit, Sorkar's a badass. I want to read more about him. You never played Five Nights at Freddy's? I mean, I played it like 12 years ago. When did the first one come out? I played it when it was like a fad. A fad night at Freddy's. $2014. Oh, I got it on the dot then, yeah. 12 years ago. 12 years ago I would have played it. Beavers build dam to corral fish and other food. They're an essential animal for local ecosystems as they literally terraform rivers and change what it is. That's pretty lit. Beavers are cool. What legends? We make a KCD2 video as an opposite to Starfield since medieval instead of sci-fi and is a good RPG. Maybe. We'll see how I feel about it when I finished it. If I feel strongly enough about it, there's enough I want to say that I would want to make a video about it. Well, I don't give a fuck how chill these beavers are. I will smash all of their dams. Luna, quit staring at me. I'm not giving you any food. I want to give you food, Luna. I want to give you lots of tasty food. But I have to be careful about giving you too much stuff that might be bad for you. Fuck your chill ass damn. Scholar Reinhardt's notes, entry 4. Get hyped, guys. Entry 4 be upon ye. Luna's a cat. You can probably see her if I widen out my camera right now. Yep, there she is. Hi, Luna. No, I don't have any food for you. I just wanted to pet you on the head. She really wants my food. She's a sweet girl. I would absolutely fold and give her some food. See, the problem is I have a lot. And so now she begs because she knows she can get away with it. So I have to be strong and not give her anything. How old is she? She is 8 years old now. I've had her since 2019. So that's 7 years. She's 9. She's 9 years old. She still acts like a kitten. Half my protein wrappers go to my dog. I give Luna food if it's something I cooked. I don't like giving her food that I haven't cooked because I don't know what's in it and I don't know where it's been and I don't know if like the person that made it had like good hygiene or whatever. Like if I get fast food, I'm obviously not going to give her any of my fucking Taco Bell. But if I cook like a chicken breast, I'll give her some of my chicken. Because I know what's on it. I know I can pick out a piece in the middle that isn't seasoned and just, it's fine. I don't like giving her food that I've like ordered. Because I don't know. I don't know where it's been. I don't know what's been in it. Oh, I think this is... I'll come back here. I think this is Kernhold right here. We'll make our way back after I've explored the rest of the valley. Fuck you, beavers! Quit being so chill. Stand up for yourselves. Stand up and fight! I mean, they are. They are fighting me. They're just too weak. I'm like a modern Sorkar, you know? Sorkar was the old. Mack is the new. I mean, when you think about it, the character you play as in Grim Dawn is essentially just a demigod. Like, there's no one else in this world that is, like, undead, risen as an ethereal, and purged of that curse. That's unique to you. And it grants a unique power. Demigod is an understatement. Yet your very presence shifts the tides of war against the ethereals. Killing lots of beavers is not the worst thing colonial era America did, but it's one of the most potentially disastrous if it went further. Beavers, like dead whales, make ecosystems around them. Without them, lots of other animals just simply do not thrive. Beavers are the ultimate supporter class of the animal world. They're the ultimate support role. Beavers play Mercy in Overwatch. Beavers play Medic in TF2. You gotta stop talking about animal science. The other thing I enjoy besides manga. Well, I love some animal facts, so you're threatening me with a good time. Animal facts are great. Animals are chill. Animals are chill like that.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
I can't carry anymore. Shit, I gotta go sell stuff. Luna, leave me alone.
See anything you like?
Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. What the fuck? That's a sick-ass spear. I wish I used spear. That's fucking sick. It's just a spike of fire. I love that. Okay, guys, I caved. I caved and I gave her a little chicken on my taquito. Mmm. This is tempting. My current shield does lightning damage, which is not ideal. Oh. But my current shield gives +1 to all skills in Oathkeeper. Yeah, that's a rough one to lose. Never mind. Weak. She's too cute not to cave to. Well, I thought about it and I was like, this catering company probably treats their food well, right? Like, this is a local company. They probably have good food safety practices. So I was like, this chicken's probably fine. She throws up later, I'll know. One of my goats developed a stomach issue and we caught it too late before we could help them and they passed away. Oh, that's sad. My bunnies are thriving, surprisingly. They haven't developed any issues and are doing fine. That's great. That's good to hear. Sorry about the goat. Any of you guys like to watch Clarkson's Farm? Show on Amazon Prime about Jeremy Clarkson and his farm. He does a lot of animal stuff on that show, and a lot of the animals get ill and die, and it's very sad. Being a farmer is rough, man. I couldn't do it. Shout out to farmers. Everyone needs to support their farmers more. Ooh, +1 to all skills in Berserker. I'll set that aside for my Berserker character for when they reach level 94. Martha. Lore? I forgot I got this. We got lore to read, guys. We got lore to read when my mouth isn't full of taquito. Need that weapon crate for later. Good extra fire damage. Is it worth losing everything else? I don't think so. I probably need a VPN 5 years from now to watch your channel on YouTube. Too many firewalls. You think my VPNs get me to watch shit on Amazon Prime? My ancestors used to be nomads who herded sheep and cows. Well, some of them at least. Aren't we all? Weren't we all nomads who raised sheep and cow at some point in our lineage? It's like the most universal thing to do. I think, okay, so I got Bloodmane's Furs, Lokar's Folly. No, these are different sets. How have I already found 3 pieces from Berserker sets? I know the DLC just came out, but come on. Come on, man. The parchment is quite old and faded by time. The unimaginable has happened. Less than an hour's walk from our camp, we found what was left of him. Buxley's body lay face down on the bank of the river. At first, he appeared like a small bear or some similarly sized creature, but as we drew closer, I knew for sure it was him. I could see his bright blonde hair curling out from beneath the dark brown furs. Furs which I was quite positive he had left in the camp earlier that morning. As I drew closer and turned over his body, I was assaulted by a vision that will stain my mind's eye for the remainder of my days. He was posed on all fours like an animal, his arms and legs chewed off at the joints, his front teeth torn from his mouth, a look of mortal terror fixed to his face by the permanence of death. Around his body along the bank of the river, countless trees had been felled. Their stumps left oddly pointed like a row of defensive spikes. The beavers killed him. The beavers! I fear this is some sort of message, though decoding its purpose is beyond me. Bjor refuses to let us tend to the body. He just stands there at the edge of the clearing, staring blankly up the river. I can hear him even now, muttering to himself in some language I do not know. Bjor's a beaver! He's a beaver in disguise! There are 3 of us now, with the passing of Buxley. Despite what has happened, we must gather ourselves. We must continue our mission. It is my charge to gather and deliver this intelligence to the Empire, and I will not fail. All my ancestors were all about slavery. I'm Egyptian. Americans get life on easy mode. Well, some Americans. Do you remember any manga scenes that made your blood boil? A lot of scenes in New Eyes Exorcist, I feel like, every other week. Every chapter. Every chapter. Okay. There's just a small section to the north left undiscovered. This place is nice, by the way. What percentage of your demographic is Egyptian, Mack? You talking about my YouTube demographics? I don't know. I imagine it's not a ton. Fuck New Eyes Exorcist. All my homies hate New Eyes Exorcist. It's so bad. I cannot believe that it's been running for like 280 chapters. It's so fucking bad. I don't know what people like about it. The Drunkard's Hearth. More lore. I love lore. From the ruminations of Einar the Drunken Skald, the frigid god demands it, from icy throne commands it. An open hearth he proclaims, with mead and soups and leaping flames. On coldest nights when drunkards roam, he demands an open home, and so I search for place to rest. Of drunken fools, I am the best. I am the greatest drunk.
Your presence here is an insult.
Lowlander, you stand at the gates of Kernhold. You are not welcome. Turn back now. I bear Ulfgarn's sigil. Ulfgarn gave you his mark. How do I know you did not murder him for the honor, eh? I'm here to speak to the High Chieftain. Ah, you do not mince words. You bear the mark, so you may enter, Lowlander. But know this: should anyone within these walls come to harm by your hand, the rocks will be picking your bones off the mountainside by dawn's light. I'm not here to hurt anyone. If they don't fuck with me. New city. Ooh. Ooh, I like this place. He says 2 steps into it. Horse is shit. But I do like this place. It's nice. Ooh, more lore. Guys, I'm going to have so much lore to read. It's going to be great. It's a bad time for me to need to read a lot of lore because I'm still eating. Oh, this place is cool. Sorry, I'm reading your chats, but I'm also chewing. There's something else I had to pick up from day one, and it was bad immediately. I dropped at the same time I dropped all my ongoing manga. I think New is Exorcist is popular in Japan, and that's why it's lasted so long. It's just because it's horny. I think that's the main reason New Age Exorcist has kept going. It's because it's just horny. Every character, 80% of the character are sexualized women. There's hardly any male characters. They're all just women who, at some point, get sexualized unnecessarily. It's like half of it is fucking fan service. Sorry guys, I'm almost done eating. I swear. I'm trying to chew really fast so I can be entertaining again. Okay. Here's my plate. We're back. I return. I'm back. In Egypt, you still get ridiculed for watching anime. That's why I work out. Is it so that people don't think you watch anime, or so that you can beat people up who ridicule you for watching anime? Either answer is satisfying to me. All right, you got the person I'm talking to? Lenarith?
What are you bothering me
Ah,
for,
the side quest
Zoolander?
lady. Do you know a man named Maldruff? Lenora's expression darkens. What about him? Can you tell me about what happened between you two? He is a scum through and through. Maldruff was only ever interested in garnering wealth, especially if he didn't have to work for it. His proudest moment was convincing my wealthy family he would be a fitting match for me. I could tell what kind of man he was the moment we met, but nobody listened to my objections. After we were wed, he would lock me in the cabin while he went off to blow the dowry on meat and betting on bones. If I tried to break out, he would lash out, sometimes violently. He would make wild accusations whenever anything went wrong in his life, always blaming me. So one chilling winter's night, I had enough. I grabbed a knife and rammed it into his thigh. While he screamed after me, I grabbed his keys and fled into a blizzard. I barely made it to Kernhold alive. I haven't seen Mulder since then. I had assumed he got lost in the storm or decided I wasn't worth the trouble anymore. Then I heard stories about the curse and could not stop smiling. The gods were looking after me that night. So you did not curse him? No, wouldn't know the first thing about it. My grandmother, Kryn, though, she is a mystic and a bit unhinged, if I'm being honest. She might know more. I'd like to speak with her. I don't know why you're so interested in Maldurf. My grandmother lives alone in the outskirts of Kernhold, past the East Gate. You won't be able to get there without the High Chieftain's blessing. I'll speak to her then. Interesting. All right, I have a lot of lore to read. The War of the Meads. From the ruminations of Aenor the drunkard skald. From the deepest bottle poured my foes, their blood from cup and tankard flows. I plot my battle plans at first, no spear or shield I wield my thirst. Great heroes brace and stand their ground, but one by one I drink them down. I find myself at battle's end, lying on the ground again. You need to sell this stuff? You need to sell stuff. This stuff? I got like 4 items I have to sell. Horses shit. From the ruminations of Aenor the drunkard skald. Dark road strode I boldly, boot shod brisk and steady. Stallions leavings lay in waiting, soft and foul days fermenting. Heels sank deep in horses' apples, forest green with dark brown dapples. Curses split the evening air. A fool I am now standing here. Poor bastard stepped in shit. Almira's Envy Part 1. Hearken and attend the tale of Alamira's sin, for it is the story of our end. Let it be a lesson written in blood and sorrow, a warning against the poison of envy and folly of bargaining with shadows. For I, Halvard, last skald of the Evigner Kern, commit this cursed tale as the final record of our tribe. All Kern know well the great wealth of the Evigner, wrought from the pelts of lowly Castorans. Our great hall, gilded with Arcovian gold, was a marvel of the Kern. Our cook pots always full, our herd stock plentiful, and our weapons keen for the hunt. Chieftain Forlaw was a man of strength, his 2 daughters his pride. Lyra, the younger one, as beautiful and lithe as a mountain flower, was bound to Dyfed, the handsome young son of a Castoran pelt trader, whose wealth flowed like the northern rivers. But Alamira, the older sister, felt she should have married first and watched them with eyes green as a serpent's, her heart a nest of vipers. On a moonless night, Alamira crept not to her bed, but to a forest clearing where the cursed standing stones of the Forgotten Ones still stood, dark memorial to time beyond record. There she whispered her desire to the darkness, and the darkness answered, a shadow with crimson embers for eyes curled around her soul, promising Dyfed's embrace in exchange for her firstborn child. The fool, blinded by her love sickness and envy, agreed. What came to her in the ruins wore Dyfed's face, but it was not him. It was a vessel of rot, a hollow thing that left a seed of damnation in her womb. Yikes. I'd love to see the dev that came up with the literal horseshit dialogue. All right, who am I going to talk to here? The chieftain? I have to deliver the weapons to the guy also. The guy whose weapon shipment I got back. And I want payment for it! Oh, the Ascension Altar. I can't use it yet. Well. Is this where the High Chieftain lives? Oh, this place is sweet. This place is fucking sick. Hider's sober warning. I don't know who this drunken fool thinks he is, rambling on about kings and gods, filling the ears of the willing with his filth and lies. He appeared not more than a week ago, stumbling in from the forest, reeking of cheap meat and urine. He lay there at the gate for 3 days, pissing himself and yelling at worms, until one night some fool took pity on him and let him in. Damn Amatuk. Now he graces this course like a foul infection, spewing his wine-soaked tales. He claims to have the meat of poets and so holds courts with a chieftain? What madness has overtaken this place? I will not stand for this. Einar must be removed. They will not see reason I will hire a mercenary to capture him and drag him back to the wilds where he belongs. Haidar, hand of the Thane Vilgar. Is he still here? I don't think he's still here. Hello,
So
Yigra?
you are the one from Erulan. How interesting. In another time, maybe I would claim you and keep you as a curiosity. Study you so as to learn more of our great enemy to the south. But all things have changed. The Erulan Empire is shattered, and a war between ancient powers threatens all life, binding humankind together. These are days of great purpose. What is your purpose, traveler?
I'm here to kill shit, mostly. I've read Angel Cup and have a few manhwa recently read I need to read. Peppermint, Ragnarok, Stormrider, something like that. I have a few more, but I can't remember them right now. Mack, any opinion on the hypocrisy of Trump, on how he treats the Russian-Ukraine issue versus the Israel-Palestine issue? No opinion other than frustration, I guess. I mean, we all know how absurd it is. We all know it's a bunch of fucking theatrics and games that they're playing. We all know that the ultra rich serve only themselves, and it's a whole, and the whole fucking thing is a bunch of show. It's just a show. It's just a bunch of lights and cameras and smoke and mirrors and a bunch of bullshit, and they're all just gonna keep serving each other. That's all it is. Ulfgarn bid me to speak with you. I carry his mark.
The ever-vigilant Ulfgarn has granted you this honor personally. Ulfgarn is not a man whose approval is easily won. If you've come to speak, then speak.
I want to find the source of the corruption.
The Kern have long contended with this evil. Though its tendrils spread far, it is deeply rooted here in Osterkarn. Yes, you may see its nature for yourself if you wish. I will allow it. The guards at the eastern gate will not deny you. Pass through the gate and follow the river north towards Ulos Springs. A defiled site of profaned rituals we call Guardian Sorrow is not far from here. If you truly wish to learn the truth, then witness its horrors firsthand.
I will do that. Can I ask
Please
something
lead
though?
My people, not entertain uninvited guests. Go find someone else's ear to beg if you wish to engage in idle conversation.
Fine, well fuck you then.
Kern,
Fine, eat shit, asshole. I want to explore this place, see more of it. Oh, there's children here. I'm surprised. I feel like most of the children are dead in this world. I'm not into a lot of politics. I'm not into a lot of politics. I swear American politics are the only ones that make shows like this. I swear if two Egyptian politicians did what Trump and Clinton theatrical shit, they'd both be shot. That's probably better. That's probably better than what we do. Erfun the
Tread
Mystic.
carefully, Lowlander.
Lowlander, rumors are already spreading about your arrival in Kernhold. I do not know your aims, but the chieftain has granted you passage, so your purpose here must lie beyond the gates where shadows gather. You can go where we cannot. You can fight back the chthonic corruption spreading in the north. I implore you, please help us. What can I do? Darkness has long sought to infect Astrakarn's heart, but it has never come this close to succeeding. The shrines we erected in honor of our gods and ancestors serve as wards against this evil, but many have remained dormant without offerings made in months or even years. You have the High Chieftain's permission and may pass through the northern gates unhindered. Please travel to our sacred sites and make offerings of prayer in frozen Aster. The shrines may thwart what ails our lands, but they will lessen Cairn's pain. I'll do what I can. Frozen Aster is the flower I've been finding, right? Legit, they do this to entertain most Americans. It's a lot of appealing to the voters that they will not serve. Both sides. Both sides, but like especially the right. It's a lot of trying to convince people that they will not help, that they are going to help them. Ultimately, they will only help the rich. He was shot. I'm not entirely convinced he was shot on accident. Or not, on accident is the wrong word. I'm not entirely convinced that that was an actual attempt. Speaking of children, please read the Trip South lore notes. They're my favorite. It's the survivors sections. Not right now. I've read all the lore. I just don't remember all of it.
Sorry to bother you, Lowlander.
I couldn't help but notice you going in and out of Kernhold, Lowlander. You have the High Chieftain's favor, don't you? You're allowed to travel beyond the springs? Yes. It's probably not right of me to ask, but Ulo teaches us that renewal is possible if only we persevere. You have the Chieftain's trust, so you must be capable. I need someone that can enter the ruins of Utak Kunar. What are you hoping to find in a ruined village? Well, thus my plight. We had a cottage there. It was once an idyllic place, but the Bloodhound's reach has stretched far beyond the dread wastes. The rest of my family was adamant that they would stand their ground, but I feared we would be overwhelmed, and I fled alone. It has been many moons since then, and travel north is now forbidden. There is no question that my family's cottage was consumed in the conflict, and the Bloodbound do not spare innocents. I beg you, I have only a few meager personal belongings and nothing to remember my family by. If you're headed there anyway, please check the ruins and retrieve my father's shield. If it is a sentimental piece, but it should serve me well in the battles ahead. I'll do my best. I said I'm not into politics. I'm Muslim, so what my beliefs teach me is to support justice, so my heart is with both Palestine and Israeli citizens. I hope Hamas and the Israeli government be burnt in hell. I don't honestly want to comment on it much more. But anyone that hurts other people should die. Unless the people they're hurting are bad people, which really makes it confusing, doesn't it? This place is cool. This is like the biggest city the game has given us, I feel like, because the Conclave of the Three isn't really a city. Sort of. Have you read any horror manga, Mac? I think I have. I couldn't name any off the top of my head, but I think I have.
Keep moving, Lowlander.
You're not who I'm looking for. And who might that be? I need someone who won't get squeamish about spilling a little blood. Nothing an Irulian would want to get involved with. I've had my share. What's the matter? Monmouth is a city, just a blown up one, lol. Okay, fair enough. This might be the biggest, like, actual city being used by people that aren't dying we've gotten. Is that so? Then let's see if this piques your interest. I am of the Blood Rangers. My clan's reputation is being sullied by a blood-bound scum claiming to be of our ilk. He is a pathetic worm that does not deserve to lick our axe's blades. So far, he has proven elusive, so I'm putting a bounty on his greasy head. Got to collect? Who are the Blood Rangers? Aye, you will not find finer warriors on the battlefield. We embrace our fury and let it guide us in the heat of combat. Pain is but a reminder that the battle is not yet over to a son or daughter of the Blood Rangers. Our legacy runs back generations, even before the Great War. Some mistake us for mindless barbarians, but we are not honorless brutes like the Bloodbound. I will not have the Blood Ranger line sullied by associating with those heretics. About the bounty. The scum is known as Drud Blackheart. He goes around claiming to be descended from the Blood Raiders of old, but he is nothing more than a blood-bound rat. He and his ilk are responsible for numerous murders in the area, including the brutal slaughter of an entire family in the southern Frail Valley. The signs are always the same: burned buildings, butchered, mutilated bodies, and heads skewered upon stakes. He's been allowed to run rampant long enough. I'm putting a stop to it, and if I can't find him, then I will pay handsomely for this black and hard as proof. If you're interested, I've heard reports of sightings near Voldur River. Good hunting. All right. I probably would have killed him on my way through anyway. I tend to do that. Just kill anything I run into. Sorkar Saga Part 2. Sorkar Saga! Guys, Sorkar Saga. From the ruminations of Anar the Drunkard. Oh, this is a different poem that I got from Anar that I didn't realize I picked up. My swimming eyes spied fairest maid, from finest things her form was made. Her face a place for a man to rest, her bosom stands among the best. I make my way across the room, when stopped me short a godly boom. Before me stood the lord of beasts, a wolf, a man, a god at least. He thinks to claim my fairest bride, to charm her with his godly lies. Sword and shield I bring to bear, to fell the god just standing there. He raised his hand to strike me down, when on his face there grew a frown. Pity he bestowed on me, like itching dog spares biting flea. A spell he cast to clear my mind of ale and mead and finest wine. With sober sight my eyes grew big. The fairest maid, she was a pig. Oh my god. Stopping through to leave a like and wish you luck. Appreciate you, Umbra. Thanks for stopping by. Don't you dare thank me for the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out. Technically, the necropolis was being used by the Chthon worshippers. But it's not... You guys know what I mean. You're being fucking flippant. You know what I mean. Stop being fucking petulant. Sorkar Saga. Sorkar Saga. Sorkar's a fucking legend. And we hear more about this dude. Word of Sorkar's deeds rose from the hearths to the high halls of the gods, and their pride soared. His strength rivaled their own, and jealousy, that ancient ember, found breath among them. Unable to break him, they chose to bind him. They offered him Alma, daughter of Ulo, keeper of the waters, and summoned him to their lodge beyond where the sacred waters gather to form the Voldor River. There they tested him with frost, flame, and ancient riddles. He did not bow. If we cannot unmake you, they decreed, we shall name you. And beneath the circling stars, Sorkar was given a new name, Bel Eigen. Not merely man, not yet God, something forged between. But Bal Eigen did not linger long in the halls of cloud and storm, for below the world groaned, and from the spilled blood of the great annihilator rose fiends without number, and Bal Eigen descended to hunt them. In the plains he faced Urgoksul, the Colossus hound, born of the dying god's severed hand. For 3 days they battled beneath the breath of the gods, rending the forests and mountains to their foundations. Thus began his war against the Void Spawn, a war that would test whether the gods had raised a champion or unleashed something greater. I know, I was just giving you a hard time. I know! What's your taste in music, Mac? I like all kinds of music. I tend to gravitate towards stuff like funk and jazz, but I like kind of, there's not a lot of genres I would say I dislike.
Hello there, friend.
You saved my hide back there, friend. Now about that crate. Yes, here it is. Thank you, friend. Your finder's fee. Move along now. Why is he so pushy about me? Yeah, inventory bag! Inventory bag! Yes! 5th inventory bag! Hell yeah!
Something ails you?
Herbs and poultices for sale. Treat your warts, boils, and relationships. Relationships? You'll be surprised by how much can be resolved by a hint of fine-smelling herbs in your monthly soak. Need help with someone in particular? Oh, she's telling people to shower. She's telling me to shower. I should not have asked. I see. No, you need something else. Something more potent? I do not trade in snake oil, my dear. Peek into my cauldron and I can create something just for you. What can you do for me? Almost anything, if you carry the right formulas. Even the flask can... Oh, this is the potion crafting thing. If you carry the right formulas, even the flask can make a world of a difference in a final product. Alchemy is a wondrous art with nigh limitless potential. One must just get creative and willing to experiment. Do you wish to try? Show me what you want mixed inside my cauldron. Yes, please. She just rose to you. She said I was smelly. Suppose the jazz is the other side of your biracial descent. You might be right. I don't know. Apothecary's Journal. On the subject of frozen aster, these daisy-like flowers have yellow centers that may become reddish with age. Surrounded by many blue or violet florets, they have flowering stems that have leaves like needles which tend to be horizontal in nature. While clearly a hardy plant, as frozen aster is able to survive and thrive in the highest snowy reaches of Astrakarn Mountains, successfully harvesting an aster requires a delicate and skilled hand that has shunned the weight and brutality of a berserker's axe. Only a trained herbalist armed with the finest sharpened scythes forged by an artisan can hope to harvest this delicate plant with reliable success. Any measure of excess force will meet with a crumbled specimen bereft of its extraordinary properties.
Safe storage, no question.
I have 3 of them. Did you watch anything like Teen Wolf, Vampire Diaries, the originals? I didn't watch any of those.
I think I have a solve for that.
Don't mind if I do. Oh, I used okay, I used the cauldron. All right. Tonic stores health 20% over time. So this is the normal thing, I guess. Oh, I'm changing my flask. Okay, so I can get +1 max uses with a +10 second recharge. So that would mean I would have 2 charges of my flask, right? 2 uses, yeah. A tincture is -1 second skill recharge. -1 second skill recharge. So it does using it. 11 second skill recharge. Is it reducing the recharge of my flask? Or +10% potion modifier potency? I'm a little confused by what this is doing. Does it increase my healing by 10%? Or is it... Oh, okay, so it's affecting this. This is the modifier. So my modifier, it restores 25% health over time. If I use the +10% potion modifier potency, it brings it up to 28%. I think right now the recharge is probably the most valuable for me until I unlock more stuff. I think that's probably gonna go for both of them.
I think I have
Are there
solve
are there
for
other
that.
combinations of formulas? There are many techniques to brewing potions, some of them lost to the ages, others just awaiting discovery in the old places of the world. Explore our beautiful Astrakarn and see what you can uncover. Thank you. What about
Safe storage, no question.
the frozen Astrakarn I just got? Or frozen Aster? Can I do anything with this here? How do I mix up like new reagents? How did I get the reagent I have now?
I'll keep your stash safe. I'll keep an eye on this. I'll keep an eye on this.
Hello, shopkeep. I didn't mean to buy that. There has to be a faction vendor around here somewhere. I want to see what kind of stuff they're gonna have. There was also a lower area to this house area that I didn't see. Kern Wares. I bet you're the faction vendor. Yeah, you got the bright yellow bag.
Traveler?
Okay, so what do you got? Emblems? Oh, it's a metal augment. Increased evade recharge. That's pretty good. Increased evade distance. Or more charges with slightly more recharge. So this is similar to the augments I just got on my potions. Do you know the how long to beat yearly challenge chart, Mac? No one does it and shares it frequently. No, I don't know what that is. I can't buy any of this stuff. Formula. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So here's reagents for my potion. Better evasion augments. Ooh, a fucking lightsaber. Yo, got any fire damage? I got pretty good fire damage already from my augments. Oh man. This would actually be really good, I think. Do I already have? Oh no, I don't have a metal augment. These are new. Metal augments are new. Oh shit. I want to get that then. Are there potion reagents that are sold by the old faction vendors that have since been unlocked, I wonder? Damn the sun from my boy Einar. After many battles won with mead and wench and nighttime fun, I lie beneath the spinning sky, feeling like I'll maybe die. Release of sleep, my only hope. I close my eyes and try to cope. When over mountain creeps her gaze, burning bright her ceaseless blaze. She beckons all who sleep to wake, to take up arms for war to make. They rise again and to her pray, thankful for another day. A cheerful verse I will not sing, my drunken eyes her daylight sings. I'll craft a rhyme finely spun to simply say, damn the sun. Straight up. Preach, sister. So I want to see if the other faction vendors have potion reagents now. I don't know if they would have backfilled it like that, but... Max, you see how bad the Attack on Titan man is? The shit is worse than the Demon Slayer art style. You mean the art? I don't mind it. I know some of the early chapters were rough, but I think it's not that bad. Okay, so... Black Legion faction vendor does not have any potion reagents. I asked because we did a spin on it with manga. I haven't shared it yet since it's still a work in progress. It's been a lot of fun to work out and come up with stuff. I can share a current prototype if you're interested in Discord. What is it? Like, what do you do? I'd be interested in seeing it either way. You also have no potion reagents. So it seems like the potion reagents may be tied to Fangs of Astrakarn vendors. It didn't get backfilled, which is fine. Well, I think we've reached a pretty good stopping point. I kind of want to keep going because I want to play more Grim Dawn, but it is a good spot to stop, and I have to get ready for bed. It's getting kind of late. I really want to know. I guess I just have to buy more of these from the faction vendors, which I'll unlock over time. What is the current? So the default flask has like a 12-second recharge. I brought that down to 11 seconds. I'll show it. You'll likely understand when you see it. Okay, I'll check it out for sure. Quit your job and be a full-time Grim Dawn streamer? You have no idea how much I wish I could just quit my job and be a full-time content creator. That's what I'm aiming towards if I can ever reach that point. But easier said than done, you know? In order for that to happen, you have to be able to make a 5-hour video about Golden Kamuy and get more than 20,000 views for it. So well, Fangs of Astrakarn, strong opening so far. I like it. I knew I would, but I like it. I'm excited to play more. I'm pogging out of my mind in anticipation. Well, everyone, I appreciate you watching today. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I will catch you on Saturday. I'm going to be playing some Letters Lost, kind of a horror-themed post office simulator. And I'm really excited about that because I played the demo during the Steam Next Fest and it was a lot of fun. So I hope you'll all look forward to it. It's been really nice knowing you stream. You pumped me up for the work day. It's been fun discussing legit everything. Well, thanks for stopping by, Yusuf. I appreciate it. See you, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.